The following program contains scenes and language of a frank and explicit nature. Viewer discretion is advised.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, live now.
I don't know, Mike. I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, everybody, he's a macho savage. You're listening to Mike TrashTalkingRadio.com. The best in the business. So say it to Macho.
Wrestling fans throughout Radio Land, listen to Trash Talking Radio at TrashTalkingRadio.com. Every Tuesday from 7 to 10 o'clock, you hear guys like myself, the you Ganon Giants, come on. And that's my story.
You send me words to describe the Trash Talking Radio Show from 7 to whenever we get done is by using a screwdriver. Track, roast, beef. This is Flunever Sean, the other half of the Rock and Wrestling Connection. That's the trusty one and the loony one together forever.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ivan Koloff. I'm here to tell you about Mike Talking Trash. With the Trash, 7 to 10. Tuesday night, you got to listen in. It's the best around, the best in town. Alright, hey, this is the Animal. One half of the world famous take in the Road Warriors. If you know what's good for you, listen to Trash Talking Radio or else.
Everybody, you're watching Trash Talking Radio. This is Hulk Hogan. What do you got to say about Trash Talking?
Well, I gotta say that I just bought Trash Talking Radio. You're out of the picture, dude. This is my show, and you better watch because what you gonna do when Hulk Hogan's brand new Trash Talking Radio runs wild on you?
This is the Vital Idol, and you're listening to Trash Talking Radio every Tuesday from 7 to 10 on TrashTalkingRadio.com. And remember this, when the Vital Idol tells you, it's got to be true. And when it's on the internet, it's got to be real. It's Trash Talking Radio every Tuesday from 7 to 10. I am the top of pop, the king of swing, the international rock star, way above par, the host with the most, Mr. Tuesday Night, the Vital Idol, Classy Mike Trash, and thank you very much. It is Trash Talking Radio. It is Tuesday night. It's the best night of the week. And here I am. And you are.
Hello.
Here we are.
We are here.
Here we are. I'm almost done with my posting, too. Hard to believe I actually almost did it on time. Almost. Let's see. Do that. And send it to... where are they? Where are they? Where are they? There
I don't know. Where are they?
That one. And is there, who else? Who else did I send? Oh, Rich Butler. I'd send it to him too, because I don't know if he watches it or not. But then he doesn't have an excuse not to watch it. And I can bust him if he says I didn't even watch it yet, and I can tell. Okay, so that should be the majority of the people that I need to worry about. Okay, so we're. Oh, what's this? What? Oh, that's the people I just sent it to. Huh. Okay. Oh, that's it. Another one. That's all of them. Okay, there we are. All right, everybody. All right, let's get this show on the road. We got a lot of things to talk about. Actually, I don't have as much written down as I usually do because I spent so much time on the one RIP from yesterday,
Right.
and the system started crashing again, and I started having all kinds of issues. And today's actually went reasonably fine.
Right.
I mean, I did have a crash or two, but I was smart enough to back up every time I do something. So, and I figured out a new way to do things. So now I can do it quicker if I use this way.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't like to see anybody die, but this tribute I did to the second one was really good considering I don't like him.
Right.
I mean, I said I did, but I lied because, it's show business. And the first guy I did really like, and I might do the first one second.
Well, then good. Maybe we'll have time for the homework that I forgot to ask you if you did.
Uh-oh. What homework?
The top 25 worst drivers by state.
The top 25 what?
Worst drivers by state.
Oh.
Remember? I told you you're supposed to work on that.
I see. Okay. Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I just got something from.
Oh.
But anyway, all right. Let's see here. Let's see. Okay, so I guess we should just go right to the stories. And as much as I don't want to do him last, I really should do him last because I did something special for him, even though it was probably out of guilt more than anything. And I'll explain it to you later what the guilt was. But Carl Weathers died, which was really a bummer to me because he was. I liked him a lot. He did some really neat things in his career. He was a football player and then an actor, and the parts he had, I really thought he was cool. He was a cool guy, and I never realized. See, stars when you see them, you want to lock in their age at that time.
Right.
So when they get older, you don't really believe they're that old, and with the case of him, I didn't realize he was that old. But I should have realized that because him and Rocky Balboa or him and Stallone are around the same age, but he was jacked. He was jacked big time. But one of the things that I felt sad about was when I was doing his obituary, and I posted him on the internet already. When I did his obituary, one of the pictures of him is in a wheelchair.
Oh.
And I don't know that I knew that. I don't know that he was in the wheelchair for a short period of time or a long period of time, or I have no idea, but it made me sad. Oh, there's Ann. Now we can get the show really started.
Right.
All right. So anyway, we got two people to talk about that have passed.
He was 76. Okay.
Huh?
The Carl was 76.
Yeah.
I didn't know how old he was.
Yeah.
And it didn't say it anywhere else.
And
so
Stallone's somewhere around that age too. So actually, Stallone has a really neat TV show that he started last year called I think it was Tulsa King, and he plays an old hitman that was released from jail after spending 20 years in jail, and his mob wouldn't take him back in, so he had to find something else to do. So he went out to Tulsa. And he started his own little syndicate out in Tulsa.
yeah, Stallone is 77.
Okay, so yeah, they're right around the same age.
Yeah.
And Stallone still looks pretty good for considering he's 77.
Yeah.
I hope if I ever get to be 77, I look that good. But
right.
All right, so we'll do the first one. We'll do Carl Weathers, and actually the thing I saw on him was this one. Was a sports movie on the NFL history, and why is my internet so slow today? Shouldn't be that slow. Nobody's on it except me, and I don't know. I don't think she's on the call anymore. She was on a call earlier. Anyway, he was really good. I felt bad when I saw he died, and I felt even worse when I realized how old he was. I didn't realize he was that old.
Right.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Well, here we go. And we're going. It's taking a long time. Oh, no, this is the wrong one. No. That's the other one. Where'd I put his? Shoot. Darn it. Oh, whoop. All right, well, that messed it up. Where did I put Carl Weathers? I had this on there. Okay, now I got to figure out what happened to it. All right. Okay, well, that really blew it out of the water. I didn't. That throws away the surprise. Who the other person is?
Oh. Well, here. I got it here. Let me.
I'll get it. All I got to do is I just have to back into a new. Actually, I can do it from. I'll do it from here. I'll do it with my YouTube channel. I'll pull it right up.
That's where I just went. That's why I was pulling it off.
Just irritates me because I had it. I thought I had it on there, but then I guess I saw that link that was for his. Why is this slow? This is really painfully slow. Okay, and all I got to do is hit my videos, and someday it'll come up. Hopefully soon. Hopefully this century. Come on, you can do it. This is really dragging. Probably should have rebooted the system, but I couldn't do it because she was on the phone. Okay, here it is. All right, so we'll do this. Come on, you can do it. Come on, there we go. All right, and then we'll do this. There we go. This one took me a while because of all the issues I had with it. Oh, okay, come on.
Carl Weathers, the beloved actor whose career spanned from gridiron glory to Hollywood legend, passed away peacefully at his home on February 1, 2024, at the
There's
age
where he
of
was on the wheelchair.
76.
Oh, wow.
Born in New Orleans in 1948, Weathers excelled in football, playing for San Diego State University and briefly in the NFL before pursuing acting. His breakthrough came in 1976 with the iconic role of Apollo Creed in Sylvester Stallone's Rocky. Creed, the flamboyant boxing champion who becomes Rocky Balboa's rival then friend, propelled Weathers to stardom and solidified his place in pop culture history. Beyond Rocky, Weathers carved a versatile path. He tackled action roles in Predator and Action Jackson, showcasing his commanding presence and physical prowess. He transitioned seamlessly to comedy in Happy Gilmore and Arrested Development, proving his comedic timing. He even lent his voice to characters in Star Wars, The Mandalorian and Tangled. Weathers wasn't just a talented actor, he was a trailblazer. He broke down barriers for black actors in Hollywood, demonstrating their ability to portray complex characters beyond one-dimensional stereotypes. His influence resonates throughout the industry today. Beyond the screen, Weathers directed episodes of television and lent his voice to various causes. He leaves behind a legacy of excellence, inspiration, and unforgettable performances. Carl Weathers may be gone, but his impact on film, television, and culture will forever be remembered. His journey from athlete to actor is a testament to his dedication, talent, and groundbreaking spirit. He will be deeply missed by fans and colleagues worldwide.
Okay, that was the first one. So he had a lot of really interesting things that he got to do, getting to be a a world-class athlete and then a good actor and stuff like that. He really made his mark on the world, I think. So that was kind of cool. But you know, it's I'm still amazed that he was 76 because I'm like thinking, man, I remember him when I was a kid, but
right.
When I was a kid, he was an adult, so I keep forgetting those things. But okay, so that was that, and then this other one, which I had by accident. Let's see. All right. Okay. Now this guy here, I'm going to start it over because I didn't realize that was the one that was going to play. All right, here we go.
Toby Keith, the beloved country music icon known for his powerful voice, charismatic stage presence, and unwavering patriotism, passed away peacefully on February 5, 2024 at the age of 62. He leaves behind a legacy that will continue to inspire generations of musicians and fans alike. Born on July 8, 1961, in Clinton, Oklahoma, Toby Keith Koval discovered his passion for music at an early age. His remarkable journey in the music industry began when he first picked up a guitar and began writing songs that would later captivate audiences around the world. Toby Keith's career spanned over 4 decades, during which he released numerous chart-topping albums and singles that became anthems for country music enthusiasts everywhere. His distinctive blend of traditional country sounds with contemporary lyrics earned him critical acclaim and a dedicated fan base.
How's everything going?
It's going pretty good. This is a roller coaster, and it takes a little while to get your brain wrapped around it. And then you get to a point where you just say, hey, this is what I do, and you can't let it define your future. You can sit around and wait. But the thing that I've had to overcome is the surgery I had on my stomach. They had to stitch on my diaphragm. So, and not using it to sing every night, that is a muscle, So I've had to really work that to get it. So where I sing really, really hard and really, really violent and loud. And I didn't have that last 10% on the bottom where I could just really belt anything, Like when I sang MacArthur Park at Carnegie Hall, it was like opera stuff. So I don't know if I could do that. But what I do on stage is no problem. So it's like I've had to work on that diaphragm, and it's getting better all the time. But I went through about 3 hours yesterday, off and on, going through our list, working it up, and I didn't have any issues.
Throughout his illustrious career, Toby Keith achieved countless milestones and accolades. He received numerous awards, including multiple Country Music Association (CMA) awards, Academy of Country Music (ACM) awards, and Billboard Music Awards. His timeless hits such as Should Have Been a Cowboy, courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue, The Angry American, and Beer from My Horses became synonymous with country music excellence. Beyond his musical contributions, Toby Keith was also a devoted philanthropist and supporter of the U.S. military. He embarked on numerous USO tours to entertain troops stationed around the world, earning him widespread admiration and respect for his unwavering dedication to the men and women in uniform. Toby Keith's impact on the world of country music and his unwavering commitment to his craft and country will forever be remembered and cherished by fans worldwide. He leaves behind a profound legacy of passion, integrity, and authenticity that will continue to resonate for years to come. Toby Keith is survived by his loving family, friends, and legions of fans who will forever cherish his music and the memories he created through his timeless songs. Rest in peace, Toby Keith. Your music will live on in our hearts forever.
So there you go.
Mm.
You have both of those guys, and each of them were top of their class.
Yeah.
But what a shame that 61 or 62,
Yeah.
he freaking died at 62. That makes me sad as anything. Because that guy, you know, geez. But then again, my first wife died at 71.
Right.
That's just crazy too. I don't know. These people got to stop dying, although that would kill our game, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Some of the things that I found out about, well, I found it, let's see here.
Hey, puppy.
We'll go back to, let's see here, got to get back here and do this so that we can talk about these guys. Okay, first Carl. We'll talk about him a little bit. I mean, he was a huge star. He wasn't a big star in football, but he, you know, I thought he became pretty good. And the fact that he was on, you know, the Mandalorian,
right?
That's kind of cool. He really lasted because he had that big part in Rocky, which skyrocketed his career. And I'll tell you what, he was cut too.
Right.
He really was, like, if you saw, I mean, you could tell he worked out all the time. You could tell he was an athlete because he had that kind of like I do, the abs, you know, the six pack. I got a whole keg, but, you know, but they have six packs, you know, they're not as strong as me. Well, anyway, but he was really dedicated to his craft.
What's doing over here?
What is she doing over there?
I don't know.
Is there food over there?
No.
She's looking for food. She can never get enough, right? Yeah? Is that what you're looking for? What you want? What you want, puppy? You're such a good girl. You know that? She had a good birthday, too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, today is actually my stepson's birthday.
Ah. What do you want? What do you want? As if I don't know what you want. I know what you want. You're smart. You're smart enough to know that you could bug me during the show to get more treats. Let's see here. Since it was hard to escape his punches on set, he told GQ in 2020, there were times when intentionally we went at each other, talking about Rocky's talking, you know. And I was concerned that if I hit Sylvester Stallone threw a punch right, it might hurt. And there was no reason for that. And I think he was pretty much the same way, that because they are both wanting to be the best at what they did. And plus, I don't know if you know Sylvester Stallone's story, but he couldn't get work. So he created a script.
Oh.
And he created Rocky, and everybody wanted, and he got turned down a while, and then when people started getting interested, they wanted to buy it from him.
Oh, wow.
For like $50,000 or something like that. And he didn't want to sell because he wanted to be Rocky.
Right.
And so in retrospect, he made the right move, because not only did he get the movie made, but he got the sequels and he got all that extra money. And when you own the rights to the project, you get a lot more money. That's one reason why I'm writing these things, because I'm not having much luck getting any further. I can't get an agent. I can't, and all this stuff is. So I thought, I'm going to try a different strategy. And I had written The Vital Idol back in 2006. I just redid it a couple times. And I realized The Vital Idol is a really hard sell because it's hard to explain what it's about. You need to see it to understand it. So I thought, what if I wrote another show that's easier to understand, establish myself, and then when I go in looking for a second guy to buy, I'll be established. So I'm using that as a stepping stone. And I got my first feedback for Flock.
Oh, okay.
Problem is, I sent the stuff before I changed the script. So they were talking about things I already changed. So I kind of wish I would have held back a week before I sent it, because I made the changes right after I sent it.
Of course.
Yeah, well, you know. But the thing is, it wasn't all bad. It just was the things I knew about, the things that like certain things when it was written, I had all the girls saying the same, like this girl would say, well, you're a scammer. Yeah, you're a scammer. Yeah, you're a scammer. You know, they repeated things. I changed that and made it all different now.
Right.
And actually made it pretty much funnier than it, because I changed the way that the words went and everything. And the best way we do that is by having readings.
Right.
So I had a couple readings, and that worked out pretty good. And I'm actually working on another episode of that, and I'm going to do something to change. The one thing that they complained about, said it was too short. It isn't too short, because the thing that they don't see is the little vignettes, because they weren't in the script yet. And we can make those vignettes as long as we want them to be.
Right.
And they're going to be really, actually pretty funny when you take a look at what the big picture is.
Right.
It establishes the characters, all except for one, which I don't want to establish yet. I want her to be a mystery.
Okay.
So it's kind of funny.
Interesting.
But anyway, I was talking about Carl Weathers. I mean, he really was an interesting guy, and I think that it's funny because I want to think of him as that. I want to think of him as that man there.
Right.
You know, and do you know who he was supposed to be imitating?
No.
Muhammad Ali.
Oh, okay.
You know, because he was flamboyant and all that stuff, and he had to be flamboyant to be that type of character.
Right.
And so that's one thing I didn't. A lot of people don't make that connection, but when they hear it, they say, "Yeah, I could see that. I could see." But he was flamboyant in a very similar way. If you listen to him talk and stuff like that, he was really supposed to be Muhammad Ali. So, or a different version of Muhammad Ali. So, kind of a cross between Muhammad Ali and James Brown. And actually, James Brown was in one of the episodes where he did "Living in America, I Feel Good," you know. But that character was supposed to be a mixture of those two characters.
Right.
And I actually wouldn't mind watching those again, because it was such a good drama. And it's been so long since I've seen the first couple that I think I'd probably enjoy it again.
Right.
Did I ever tell you there was a cemetery down in Philadelphia that when you go to the cemetery, it's a real cemetery. You go in the cemetery, and right as you pull in the cemetery, there's a chair that's hung on a tree right next to a gravestone. And it's the wife of Rocky Balboa is buried there.
Interesting.
Not really, but I mean, yes, it is interesting. She's not really buried there, but when they filmed her dying, they filmed a scene where he goes there, takes a chair off the tree, and sits and talks to her. And that's where it was filmed.
Interesting.
Yeah. He's a Philadelphian. He's from Philadelphia. So he did all his stuff out of Philadelphia. So I really thought that was really cool, because I never knew it was there. And we went to, there was a period of time that I would go to cemeteries with this one girlfriend that I had. And we go there, and she liked cemeteries. I liked architecture of cemeteries.
Right.
Like if you go there, you can see some people have a lot of money, and they put a lot of money in their cemetery. Like if you go out to the Civil War Cemetery in Harrisburg, there's a really cool, like a wall. You come to it. You come to a hill, and it goes straight down. But if you walk around that hill, it's actually an area that a family bought for their family, and along the wall is there's different cemeteries in the wall.
Interesting.
And they all tell a story of these people who went to war, and they were all part of the Civil War or newer. And so you could go there. I am amazed by the architecture of the things that are there, like the mausoleums, the different stones that they use. For a period of time, I had that girlfriend that was really into cemeteries because she loved to be around dead people, which I don't get. But I could be around a lot of dead people that I know that I try not to think about them too much. But she was into that. She was kind of goth type and a little out there. And anyway, so I would go there and just to walk around and look at the different tombstones and the different things that the kind of money that they had to spend on these things. And on that same trail, thinking of, I like to watch some YouTube videos on mansions that are up for sale, that are cheap or very expensive or whatever. The latest one I watched is the most expensive houses in America.
Oh, wow.
And one of them was bought in, like, I don't know, so long ago. It's unbelievably cheap then and probably expensive then, but now is one of the most expensive mansions in the world.
That's crazy.
And it was like back then it was like $57,000 to buy that house.
Oh, wow.
57. It was like something like 100,000 square feet. 100,000 square feet. This is 3,500 square feet.
Oh, wow.
So think of that times whatever that is.
Oh.
That's a huge house.
That is.
And but anyway, it was really kind of cool to watch it. And they said, yes, he only paid $57,000 back then, which is equal to this much now. And I'm like, really? What's it like to have that kind of money? Even then.
Really?
I mean, because you got to think then, if that was a lot of money then.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So, yeah, so that's that. What else did I do? This weekend was a crazy weekend. Christine got her stuff from her husband.
Oh, yeah, how'd that go?
Really good, actually. I showed up in my Jeep, and they were already there working, and he didn't even realize who I was. And I had my wrestling jacket on, so I wanted to kind of hint that he didn't want to mess with me in case he figured out who I was. So I made sure I turned my back to him so he could see it had a wrestling logo on the back, and he doesn't want to mess with me. He didn't. He was really actually very good. He didn't.
Wow.
He talked very civilly to everybody, even her. Her best friend was there. One of her friends that took care of her very well over the past couple years while she was going through all this mess. One of her best friends was there. She had 3 really good friends there that
good.
I felt good about. And this guy's such a wacko. He locked her stuff in this outside building, and not only did he lock it, he put screws in the door so you couldn't open the door even if you had the keys. Or so he thought. So he goes, so she had the key, and she goes, well, you can't open it because it's screwed shut. I said, watch me. I went, and I pulled it. And I took 3 pulls, but I opened it. And he came out with his screw gun so he could take the screws out. And she goes, oh, we don't need that. He goes, what do you mean?
Trying to pull a fast one didn't really work too well.
Yeah, it kind of worked against his face.
I love people like that.
He just looked like an a-hole, so it was just funny because but she got her stuff. She got pretty much all her stuff she was looking for.
Good.
Well, just about all her stuff she was looking for. She's happy.
That's good. I'm glad.
I'm happy because she never has to talk to him again, so she won't be stressed about that. And it just it's a good thing. So this weekend I'm going to a Super Bowl party, believe it or not.
Ooh.
In New Jersey. The promoter that I'm going to be working for shortly is going to be there, and we're going to talk. So that'll be interesting. And so that's kind of fun. It'll be interesting because I could care less about the Super Bowl, except that I want to make sure. Who do I want to win? Who are you picking?
Kansas City.
Okay, so I really want the
49ers
to win. So the 49ers are going to blow them away. So I know every one of those players personally. As personal as I know Carl Weathers.
My friend actually just texted me, Toby Keith died. And I'm like, I know.
Tell him to watch my YouTube video. Did you notice I put that little clip in there where he was being interviewed?
Yeah.
Apparently it was about 6 months before he died.
Oh, wow.
I also have another clip that I found that I was thinking of playing on the air. On his Instagram, he had some interviews of himself talking. It was some good interviews. So I might play another clip. One of the parts I can't play is because he was playing a concert. And I wanted to use that clip without the audio and put it in the background, but I got so wrapped up in that because I started running into a time crunch that I decided to finish the video with pictures instead of, because I did put the one thing in there because I really found it interesting that how big of a man he was and then how he shrunk when he got the cancer. And it almost didn't look like him. In fact, I thought, wow, he's really small. I don't remember him being that small. And then I realized, yeah, that's why he had cancer.
See if I can see what he looks like, because I know
he looks like what I played in that video where he was being interviewed, and he said about he was talking about his cancer treatments and stuff, how he had the surgery and all that, and I
wish cancer on nobody. It's not.
No. And my brother had cancer, and it was so weird because we didn't get along, and to see him turn into that frail old man, it was such a weird thing. And to see him go from a full head of hair, I mean, I was jealous of his hair because he had a lot of hair, and when he got down to the end, he had no hair, and I thought, yeah, I don't want cancer. I want to at least die with my hair, what little hair I've left. But yeah, crazy stuff. So we have 8 guitars for sale presently, and all kinds of different stuff. And we haven't listed them yet, but I think we're going to sell out before we know it, because there's lots of people that like our style of guitars. And that's exciting to me to know that we're going to be generating some higher end guitars in the next round. We started out with the cheaper guitars because we needed to get some cash flow going.
Oh, wow, no, he does not look good.
No, he looked horrible. Well, I mean, I can bring the video up here. He looked, I mean, it just was a shame to see.
This one picture that I see, it says he's giving fans an update. He doesn't look well in unless...
No, he looked horrible. It's just a shame that we have diseases that will change.
That picture, that's what I'm looking at.
Yeah. Oh, that was the one I thought he looked pretty good in. And before I realized that he had I kept saying, that doesn't look like a guy I wrote that song about. And then I realized that's because he had lost all that weight. And stomach cancer, man, what a way to go. I don't know. No, I don't think there's a good cancer, but stomach cancer, I would hate to even think about that, but I don't know. I just...
I mean, this one he looks relatively okay in.
Yeah, he looks a little heavier. Well, of course, no one can see which one we're talking about, so... I do have... Let me see if I'll bring up the... oh, did you like this picture?
Yes, I did.
Okay, that picture was right across the street from the place we were Friday to pick up her stuff. And I looked over and I said, wow, they knew I was coming. That's really cool. They put trash here. So I thought that would be a good picture of the week. So...
Yeah, he looks really skinny from what he used to look like.
Yeah.
Like, you can definitely see, like, right here in the...
He had that really full face. Mm-hmm. And actually, I'm going to pull up the video, the other video that I have of him. We can't play that music but there was another interview in there that I thought was interesting. Let me see if I can find it. I think it's right in here. And I'm not a big Toby Keith fan, but anybody that has...
I was listening to him all today.
Anybody that dies of cancer, I respect that. I mean, they have to go through a lot of stuff to...
Yeah.
Okay, here's another thing from his... let me put these on so I don't play any of his music by mistake and have YouTube shut me down or something. Okay. All right, now hopefully this will have some... Okay, this was the thing he was in concert. Mm-hmm. I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
He didn't sing anything, but that was going to be part of the... I was going to put that at the end of the interview.
First song I ever wrote, I was 14
this was
or 15
cool.
years old. It was called If You're Handing Out a Heartache. And
he has glasses on, you can't...
Wasn't bad, it was struck.
But he's really thin there, you can tell.
Yeah.
It wasn't very good either.
He said it wasn't very good.
But the people around here, when I played it, were like, wow, that's a great song. It's just a song. To That was 5,000 songs ago.
5,000 songs.
I can relate to that. Then there was this. I can't play this one because it's talking about him. I got to move that a little quicker so that I could get through there because I don't want to get in trouble for playing his songs. But I probably could get away with it because he did an acoustic version. Okay, this was another interview he did.
To New York City and went unannounced to the Fillmore. Just said, "Hey, Wednesday night we got a free band," because we just wanted to record. Me and them, and we did all cover songs. Called ourselves Incognito Bandito.
I like that name, Incognito Bandito.
Really wacky shit. And then when we come off stage, they were chanting Toby, that kind of stuff. And they said, "Let's go." I said, "No, they're going to do Bandito, or we're going back." Finally, so
he wouldn't let them. They wouldn't let him. They wouldn't let him cheer his own name. He said they had to cheer the Bandito name.
You have volume. You got to have practice, and you got to keep your chops up, and you got to stay in the middle of the game. Most advice I have for songwriters would be to just toil away every day. There was most of my catalog was written at a time when I was writing at least 4 or 5 days a week. So you've got to have volume, you've got to have practice, and you got to keep your chops up, and you got to stay in the middle of the game.
People ask me why I would jam like with these other guys that I play with, and I said, well, you got to, because even if I were to go and hit the big time somewhere,
right,
I would have to have my voice in shape.
Yeah.
And this band irritated me earlier today. Oh, because we have 28 songs. Okay, I think it's 28. Might be 24 songs. So usually in a set, for a 45-minute set or a 40-minute set, you're going to play 10 to 12 songs.
Right.
And so I figured 12 songs to a set. So I did that, and we had another 4 songs. So I just put them in the first 2 sets.
Right.
So they were giving me crap about the long sets, 14-song sets. And I said, first off, we don't have enough songs for 3 sets. So I will have 2 sets so we can practice 2 sets instead of 4 sets that we don't have.
Right.
I said, second off, the other reason is no one else put these sets together but me. So if you want to have these sets, you go ahead and put the sets together. No one else in the band is doing it.
Right.
It's like to get anything done, I got to do it. And I don't mind doing it, but don't criticize me if I'm doing it and you're not. And
I would agree with that.
The one guy just really pissed me off. I was like, I don't need to hear this because I will pick up and go somewhere else. So he ended up a couple hours later, he apologized, sort of apologized. And I almost think that he didn't write this because this is somebody who, when he writes something, I'm going to explain exactly what I mean. So when he writes something, I'm going to read it per the way he writes things.
Okay.
And you'll understand why I think that I'm suspicious that he didn't write something. Let me find the post that he made. This is a post he made. That's not what I heard, period. You like, period. Recliner, period. 2, period. He. Okay, nobody writes like that except him. He's the only person I've ever seen who writes a period after every other word and never writes things in a way that is normal, that you could read it.
Right.
So, let me get you another one of his, because here's another one. Yes, period, the period, music period, and period, my period, Corvette period, keeps period, me period, young.
Yeah.
That's his one of actual. Now, all of his posts are like that. So you got to analyze what it is that he said to figure out what he said. So the response to that, I'm going to read this exactly the way he wrote it. Nobody said your list wasn't good. Even spelled wasn't right. Period. We can decide later, period. How many we want to play, period. We have to find out who wants to commit to playing out, period. That doesn't even, compared to what his normal posts are, that sounds like somebody wrote it and said, hey, send him this.
Yeah, really.
But I was really mad about that. I probably shouldn't have been, but I was really mad about that because I have to put the stuff together. And when we're playing, I have to call the songs out. And I put it together so that we don't miss any songs, because we weren't playing all the songs because I'd miss songs because they weren't in any kind of organized way. So I put together a set list so that we're going to play every song every week.
Right.
Well, 14 songs is too many. No, it's not. If you're playing, like if I played an hour, see, if you play 40-minute sets, it's 10 to 12 songs. Right. If you play an hour set, sometimes you play 3 one-hour sets, then it's going to be 15 to 20 songs, depending on how long the songs are.
Right.
So I've been in this business long enough to know how many songs to put in there. But I'm not going to put 2 sets of 12 and 1 set of 4.
No.
So I just personally got an attitude when he did that. I'm like, I don't need this.
Right.
I got things I could do. By the way, I applied for a touring position singing for stadiums.
Ooh.
And it's like $2,000 a week.
Nice.
Let's see if I get it. I don't know if I'll get it or not, but we'll see. I mean, anything could happen. I'd love to be doing that. I'd love to be playing again. I just really, I want to play. And I didn't realize how much I missed that. We would have played the Grange Fair this year again if Ken wouldn't have cheated and died. They called me and said, "You guys want to play it again?" I wanted to play it again. I can't play it without him. So.
Right.
But she said she'll look at me this fall about getting one of the stadium or one of the really nice areas to play.
Oh, like the grandstand?
Yeah.
Or one of the
So
grandstands?
I've got to have a band by then.
Yeah.
Because I think we're going to get that. So if I don't have a band, I'm going to put a band together because I want to play it. I really want to play one of the nicer ones.
That would be nice.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. So, yeah, that's the next thing. The next big goal is to get out there and play again. I applied for, there were a bunch of things today that I applied for that looked interesting. Also have an audition for tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Around 1:50, I'm going to be doing an audition on Zoom for, the part is Insecurity.
Okay.
I'm supposed to be the older brother that picks on his sister and protects her at times.
Okay.
Kind of like the real life.
Yeah.
The problem is she picks back. But I'm starting to think he's not a real character. I'm starting to think he is a figment of her imagination.
Right.
Because why would your name be Insecurity?
Right. True.
There's something else there, I think. But you don't get the whole script. All you get is that page or, up to 6. I've seen 6 pages of script. But, yeah, I'm going to audition for that tomorrow and see how that works out. And I was supposed to do something at the end of last month, and they didn't show up. I don't know what's going on with that. And then I was supposed to, that thing of the woman that wants to tie me down is back, but I don't know if she's back now or because she's disappeared again. So I figure that's
She came back and then she disappeared.
Yeah, because she's the one that proposed it, but I'm like, okay, well, let me know what you're doing. And anyway, but I think the part of picking on your sister is not real. I mean, nobody does that. Brothers and sisters that get along great, and they never pick on their
totally, totally.
Let's see. What else do I want to do before we move forward? I talked about Carl Weathers. Some other things about Carl Weathers.
I noticed his birthday.
What is his birthday?
Carl Weathers, his birthday.
Yeah, what is it? I forget.
January 14th.
Okay.
This actually was my grandfather's birthday.
Okay. He wasn't much old. He was only a little older than him, too.
Yeah.
Wouldn't he be about like 80-ish?
My grandfather?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
I want to say he was Because he was younger than my mother when she died, I think.
Hold on. Give me a second. I'll figure this out.
It don't matter.
No, I've got his birth year right on my arm.
There's no reason you shouldn't have known that. What'd you put, 1949? Okay.
Yeah.
So, oh, is he the 1949 or 1942?
This one. The top one.
Top one. Okay. Who was the second one?
My other grandfather. My dad's dad.
49. So, my father died at 50 in 86. That would have made him 19. So he was older than my dad. Is that right? Wait. 1940. What did it say? 40.
49.
He was 50 in.
My grandfather this year would have been 75.
Oh. Why did I think he would have been older than that? 49. So he would have been 50 in 2000. 51. Yeah, I guess, yeah. So my dad would have, okay, my dad was older than that. My mother would have been 80, when she died, she died when the year I got Cheyenne. Can't speak. Okay. Well, anyway, okay, so he died at what, 76? You say he's died at 76? Your grandfather?
No, he would have been 75 this year.
This year. So he died.
He died in 2020.
Oh, wow. He died a lot younger than I thought he did. So he would have been, okay. Yeah, I was right
He
then.
died at 71.
Okay. Wow.
Aunt says dad would have been 88.
That's right. We had that discussion. Yeah, she remembers that stuff. She's better at remembering this stuff. I don't know. I can't remember that stuff. I don't like to remember that because I don't like to think about... Well, the thing is, the Bechtel men didn't live to be more than 50. I broke the stereotype.
Okay.
And so I shattered the stereotype, actually. So I think there was only one of my uncles was 69. That was but everyone died at 50 ish, and right around there. So I would have been a lot older than my dad. He died at 50. Wow, man. I can't even. Yeah, I don't want to think about that.
She said Mom would be 83 this month.
And that's weird too to think about. She's been gone 3 years. Wow. That's insane.
I mean, my grandpa passed away in 2021, so.
Well, my mother was 2021 also.
Mm-hmm.
All right? 21. I was with Lisa yet. Yeah, that would have been right. Yeah. Yeah. Or 20. Yeah, I was with Lisa. That was, Well, I just broke up with Lisa, I should say. I broke up with Lisa 6 months before that because I had sworn off ever going out with another woman. And it lasted 6 months. So, if you ever wondered how long it would be if you swore off men for life, 6 months.
Okay.
That's a lifetime.
I don't think I'm.
You're not gonna do that?
Nope. I'm happy with the one I got.
That's good. He's a good guy.
He is.
All right. Let's see. We ought to talk about something since we're on the air. People are probably tired about me jabbering. Okay, we're done talking about dead people.
Can I? Well, not quite yet. Can I make a change on my Deadpool list?
I mean, you have to go to the board.
Cheyenne?
Okay, I'm part of the board, so just go to me. You realize that you have to let me choose first, if so. Now I got to think.
I just hope you don't take.
Let's see, who was it that? Let me look in my notes, see if there was somebody. I could have sworn there was somebody that I wanted to think about. Now I had him on my original list. I had her on my original list. That could be why I didn't want to change, because the people I got I'm fairly good with, but there is a younger person I was thinking of grabbing. Who was it? Somebody I read about today. Who was it? It was somebody. Let me go through my pages here and see if I can figure out who that one person was. Oh, did you watch another Breaking the Band?
No.
You didn't? Oh. All right. Okay, that one is not. No. Oh, what? Wait a minute. Sorry. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Oh, I know who it is. Wait, let me see if they're on the list already.
Okay.
I think the person's already on the list, I think. Okay. Waiting for the list. He's coming to a theater near us. Okay.
That's not the right list.
No, it is. Just the second.
Well, yeah.
Next page. Come on. There we go.
I was going to say, I have it up.
Okay. Now, let me see. Yeah, he is on the list. Okay, he already picked him. Okay. I'm not willing to... I don't need to change anybody.
Okay.
Who are you changing?
I'm taking Kareem Abdul-Jabbar off.
Okay. Who are you putting on there?
King Charles III.
Oh, that's the one I was thinking of. That's right. It was funny because I saw him. I was going to put that on my list, and that's why I thought, oh, I might have to change to him. Mm-hmm. And I saw that one earlier today, and I was really seriously considering changing to him. Mm-hmm. And I thought, oh, what was it? And let me see if I did put him on here, because I did have. I don't. And I don't know why I didn't put him on here other than I was distracted with the things I was working on. Rats. That's probably a good choice, though. Although Kareem's pretty high up there, right? He's pretty old, though. Right?
I just had him. I have him. He's 76 right now. He'll be 77 in April, which I just looked up King Charles. I just had him. He's 70. I'm only getting like one more point or so.
Yeah, but he is a good. That was a good choice because I actually thought about that earlier today and yesterday I thought about it.
I knew if once I said it, you were gonna.
That's why I knew it. I thought, man, I'll.
And that's why I didn't tell you.
Yeah, I wouldn't have taken it from you because if you would have chosen that, I mean, if I said I wouldn't take it, I wouldn't take it. But
King Charles is 75 right now, and he won't turn 76 till November.
I think that's a good choice. I really think that because if you have a choice between an athlete and a non-athlete.
And King Charles just got diagnosed with cancer.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was reading. I was going to put that in here, and I don't know why it never made it in here because it should have made it in here. Yeah, that's a good choice. I can't fault you for that. Damn. But I like my choices. I mean, really, overall, I like my choices. And it's funny because I was seriously looking at that one. Let's make sure nobody. Okay, she didn't have them either. Okay, so we're good. Okay, all right, you're all right. What did she say wrong to? Uh-oh, she said wrong.
I don't know.
To. Wait, Mom would have made it to 83 this month. Neil made it too. Oh, but they're just followers. And Mom don't count. Mom was not a real Bechdel. She was a fake Bechdel. So.
And it was funny, after we did this, there's a show that I watch called, I Can See Your Voice.
Okay.
And the next day it had Frankie Muniz on it
Oh, okay.
as they have like 5 people helping the contestants, whether it's a fake singer or a real singer, a good singer, or a bad singer or a good singer, and he was on there as one of them, and I was like,
Well, we got a good assortment of people on here. I don't even know where to start as far as that goes. Yeah, could be any number of people or none at all, like the one year where we went right down the wire. So I don't know. There's some interesting. A lot of these names. I mean, there's a lot of guys in their 90s. Can't believe a lot of these guys. I mean, I used to watch Mel Brooks all the time, and and now to think that he's way up there, I'm thinking, wow, aren't they supposed to stop aging when you hit on movies?
Well, I think King Charles, and there was another royalty that did hospitalization, and I'm not sure if it was like a surgery. I think the other girls was like a surgery of some sort.
Okay.
He had something, and then had to be sent to the hospital.
Okay.
I didn't realize. That's when I started thinking about changing to King Charles.
You know, I think.
And then I just recently found out that he was diagnosed with the cancer.
But you want to know the thing that would suck the most about that?
He lives.
He spent his whole life hoping he'd be king, and his mother wouldn't die. And then she dies, and he's king for what, 2 years, and then boom.
Yeah.
Boom. He's.
Yeah.
that would upset me a little bit. But I would have said, Mom, you got to die now. You got to die. It's time to go. I hear the angels calling your name. You got to go. That's funny. Okay, not that death is funny. Death is not funny. Okay, so we're good with that?
Yep, I'm good now.
All right, so see, I told you I wasn't thinking of stealing your guy, but I would have said, what I would have done is, if you would have told me that, and I promised you I wasn't going to take him, I would have told you that was the guy I was thinking of. I would have told you that. But yeah, I wouldn't have taken it from you because I said I wouldn't take it, and you wouldn't tell me anyway, so you don't trust me. It's a sad situation that you won't trust me. I've never lied to you.
That's very true.
Yet.
Yeah, that could have been this time. Oh, I won't take it. No, I'm going to take him.
I lied. No, I wouldn't. It doesn't mean that much to me. Okay, so yeah, it's kind of weird. We're tied. 0-0.
I know.
0-0.
I love the look on your face when I said the name.
I knew there was somebody, and I couldn't remember who it was. It was driving me. I thought I really did put it in here, and I didn't. I just don't know why I didn't put it in here, because I was under pressure. I had to do all that stuff.
And actually, last week when you said about changing the one you wanted, that I was going to change that last week.
To Charles?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
See, I didn't know anything about it.
Before I knew, because that was all before I knew he had the cancer.
Oh, okay.
This week is when I found out that he had the cancer.
Yeah, the article came out like yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's when I was going to change it, because you said you wanted to change one of yours last week.
Well, I was going to change, but then I thought with these 3 that I had on reserve that I didn't talk about, I knew I didn't want to change Julie Andrews, and I was sure I didn't want to change Sam Neill, and there was also an article about Bruce Willis this week, so I felt I didn't really want to change those. Michael J. Fox, don't want to change him. Frankie, I don't want to change. Greenspan's 97.
Right.
I mean, I wouldn't get a lot of points for Greenspan anyway. Ric Flair is the only one I'm thinking of changing, because I'm starting to think he's never going to die.
Right.
Because he could have died several times, and he never died. I don't want to change Andy Taylor, because...
Watch, the moment you change him, they're going to...
Well, he's also the young guy that I have.
Yeah.
He's in his 60s. The young guy I have is in the 60s.
Right.
So, you don't have anybody young, though, do you?
Not too terribly young, no.
Well, Jamie Foxx is
Yeah.
So Jamie Foxx is probably in his early 60s or late 50s. So...
Yeah. I think Jamie's my youngest,
Yeah, that would... And my youngest is Andy Taylor, so...
No, I thought Frankie was pretty young.
Oh yeah. I forget how old he is, but yeah, actually, yeah, he's younger than Taylor. So, because Duran Duran was big in the 90s or 80s. So, okay, all right, we'll move on. We'll move forward. Time to go. Time to move on. Let's see. All right. Remember, trash here. All right. So, all right, here we go. Miley Cyrus is in the news for two different things. The one is something she wore at the Grammys.
Oh, I was going to... She wore three different things. I liked
this one was the one that everybody was talking, or is this the one? It's a transparent dress. Gold netted.
No, that's not,
not the one.
No, I don't like that one. Yeah.
Well, that takes a lot of guts to do. I can't believe people have that kind of guts to wear.
I don't like that one, and I don't like the one she wore when she was singing.
Okay, well,
I mean, the one she wore in the singing wasn't as bad as the gold netted one that you're going to...
The gold netted one was really... that was...
And then the one that she wore when she accepted her Grammy was really nice. It was kind of like a pantsuit type thing, but it was...
Well, this is going really slow. Oh, I found that, one of my biggest things is getting video callers.
Uh-huh.
This program has a video caller built in.
Nice.
And I didn't realize that. Huh. I read about it. Actually, I saw a video on YouTube, and then I read about it. I thought, oh, well, that's something I'm going to have to look into, because that'll make it real easy because it's integrated into the system, so I know it's got to work. So that's what we got to experiment with, is having you call in,
right,
or so that I can make sure it works, so we can start giving it out. Because I'd like to be able to get people on that we can interview and stuff, and that means I can have Robert Finero on, and that means I can have on all these different people that I wanted to have on that are in the acting business and stuff, and I don't have to worry about how to get them on the air.
Frankie's 38.
He's really... Oh, that'd be a lot of points. That'd be nice. I hope he dies. This is the one that was controversial.
Yes, I don't like that one at all.
I like that one. She doesn't really have that much of a body. Her body's a bit of a boyish body, I think. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, I think it was good. That's the one that has all the controversy because it's see-through, but not see-through in every place. So, but how do you have that kind of confidence to walk around like that?
And I don't like the way her hair is either.
Yeah, her hair could be better. But I definitely understand the controversy with that. The first Cyrus big red carpet event of 2024, her hit song Flowers is nominated for Record of the Year and Song of the Year. Endless Summer Vacation is up for Album of the Year and Best Pop Vocal Album. Additionally, she and Brandi Carlile, what is it? Carla Lee get the nod for the Best Pop Duo Group Performance for a collaboration 1,000 Miles. In May, Cyrus spoke about British Vogue, to British Vogue, about writing Flowers, which many fans speculated to be about her ex-husband Liam Hemsworth. It didn't help to see rumors when Cyrus literally released the track on his birthday last year. So, I never need to master at the craft of tricking an audience, she said. It will set itself on fire all by itself. And she's really known for doing that anyway.
Yeah.
So that was what this article was about. But there is another article I have here about Miley, because she can't, she always does things controversial, I guess.
I mean, like I said,
where's it at? Where's the article? Yeah, there it is. Okay, that's the one I want to get rid of. But there's another article about this, where's it at? Here it is. I sometimes feel sorry for her dad.
Billy Ray?
Yeah. Miley Cyrus, achy breaky heart for Dad Billy, no mention in her Grammy speech.
Oh.
That would be heartbreaking if you had a daughter that was getting a Grammy and you're a musician. And
yeah.
I mean, I realize she doesn't have a good relationship with him, and I guess if I didn't have a good relationship, I wouldn't expect it either.
Right.
So I don't know. I don't know what he expects, because I don't know what their relationship is, but I know they've had rocky times.
But I feel that he is part of the reason she is so popular. I mean, yes, she does. I don't know how to put it. She does have some good content.
Yeah.
Like her song "The Climb." I do like that. But
I wonder what happened to them that they are such at odds with each other. Because there's got to be something. Because, you know, like, I wouldn't have, like, if I won an award, I wouldn't have mentioned my mother.
Right.
I wouldn't have mentioned my brothers. I would have mentioned my sister. I would have mentioned my girlfriends. Girlfriend at the time.
Girlfriends? You have multiple girlfriends?
At one time I did, but they all knew about each other. But you know, maybe I wouldn't have done my girlfriends, because I don't. That would be real pain, because they'd say, "Why didn't you mention me first? Why didn't you mention me first?" But I don't. I guess I probably can understand.
I would maybe have said my friends and family, but that way.
But you know, it depends where you're at in your life. If you're at a situation like I was with my mother, where we hadn't spoken for a long time, and probably wouldn't have spoken till she died if I hadn't stepped up to the plate and went to her.
Right.
So I understand. I do understand that. Says Miley Cyrus, big night at the Grammys, scooping up 2 trophies, is eye-raising because she totally excluded her dad.
That's the outfit she wore when she was singing, right there, that picture.
See, she doesn't have that hot of a body to me. She's very skinny, and well, I'm not into real.
I don't mind that one too much. I don't care for it, but I don't mind it.
I will say one thing.
That one's better than the other one.
She's changed a lot over the years, where I don't despise her anymore. When she first came out, I did not like her at all.
Right.
And she's gotten interesting to me because she's made tracks with Metallica. She's made tracks with all these different artists. And that I really think is cool that she did that, because a lot of artists will not collaborate with other people.
Right. She says that a lot of her background is country, like Loretta Lynn, Dolly Parton, like all them things growing up. But I think she's so far away from that right now.
The stuff I've heard, I mean,
I guess
she's doing stuff with freaking Metallica. That's about as far away as you're going to get from country music.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Well, the thing is, if you get along with your family, you thank them regardless of what they did or not. Right. I'd like to thank my mother.
And maybe that could be it right there. Her dad wanted her to stay country, just do the country.
I think there's something that we don't.
But who knows? It could be more. Yeah.
Yeah, there's something weird about that stuff, and I don't know what it is, but one thing it does is it makes me interested in her more than if she was just a boring person that just.
I also think her movie her TV show Hannah Montana, that also made her popular. That was kind of the storyline of her life.
See, I never saw it, but the first thing that I thought of when I heard that she was with that was a spoiled brat, and she just is a bitch. But I think there's a lot more behind it than that, because there's something that somewhere along the line that he did that she was not, I don't know what it is.
Right.
But I think there's something, because she's an adult now. She's
way
got to be in her
back
30s
then, her dad
now.
was her manager. At the first beginning, pretty sure her dad was her manager.
Huh. She's in her 30s, right? Late 30s? She's got to be around your age, I'm thinking. For some reason, I'm thinking that, because I don't think she's any younger than that. And I think she might even be in her mid-40s, maybe. Because she's been around for a while.
Take a guess. I want you to take a guess. If
I'm
you
going
had
to
to
say
guess.
38.
She's not. She's younger than I am.
Really?
She is 31.
Oh, she's a lot younger than I thought. I didn't think she was in her... I thought she would have been... Well, I guess... Okay, so that means she's a generation...
November 23rd of 1992, age 31.
Huh. So she's a millennial. Huh. Well, that explains it. That's why she's the way she is. So now I understand a little better. I don't know. I don't wish her any negativity or
Oh,
any...
5 hours ago, In Touch Weekly, what happened with Miley and Billy Ray inside feud?
You want to bring that up? That sounds good.
Oh, I did. I clicked on it.
I would like to know what they're feuding over, because, I wouldn't want my kids to feud over that, even though I don't have any. All right, so now let's see. Okay, so I can close those two articles. Let's see. Oh. Okay, there we go. That one and that one. Okay, and then they get rid of this one. All right. You got it?
Oh, it's just saying basically what we just did.
Okay. Which was what? What did that do?
Come on, computer. That there have long been rumblings that there was trouble in paradise for the Cyrus family. But the drama came center stage when the Wrecking Ball artist, which is Miley, seemingly snubbed her father when accepting her first Grammy in February 2024.
It's weird that I thought she was older than that. I just remember her being on Howard Stern and her singing with Metallica live on there. It was really cool. And I thought, okay, well, maybe I can respect her now. So
the first hints at an estrangement between the pair were noticed in 2013 when Billy Ray and then-wife Trish Cyrus filed for divorce. While the former married couple who wed in 1993 ended up reconciling at the time when news broke that Billy made the first move in court to end his marriage. The Adore You singer tweeted at Billy Ray Cyrus, "Since your text and email obviously aren't working, would you like to talk like this?"
Jeez.
Billy Ray and Trish filed for divorce years later in April 2022. Nothing in the filing that they hadn't lived together since February 2020. Or noting. I
don't know. All right, well, Patrick Mahomes is somebody that is in the news.
I wonder why.
Now, who is he?
That is the Kansas City Chiefs quarterback.
Okay. And do you know why?
No.
Because his dad got arrested for a DWI 8 days before the Super Bowl. Yay! Speaking of family issues, I'll bet you he's not going to say thank you to his dad. Thank you, Dad, for being arrested 9 days before or 8 days before the Super Bowl. So I guess that's not a good thing. Patrick Mahomes Sr., the father of superstar Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes, and a former Mets pitcher, pitcher, was arrested Saturday in Tyler, Texas on a charge of DWI for the third time or more, according to the jail records. Mahomes Sr. was arrested 8 days before the younger Mahomes is set to play the Super Bowl. What is that, 50, 60? What number are we at? I never figure. I forget the.
I don't know. I don't know how to.
55, 6, 7, 8. 58. Does that sound about right? I hope that's right. I hope I got my Roman numerals right. Against the 49ers in Las Vegas on Sunday. In 2018, Mahomes Sr. received his second DWI charge and served 40 days in jail on weekends in 2019 and 2020. Mahomes, 53, played 11 seasons in Major League Baseball, pitching for the Mets in the 1999 and 2000 series. Jeez. You know, I don't understand how people like that can be caught time and time again. I guess people like that don't care if they go to jail. I don't know. The elder Mahomes has been supporting his son during the playoffs and told WFAN how, although he has fans, he has sat in the suite with Taylor Swift before, he wasn't with her during the divisional round against the Bills and wouldn't be for the AFC Championship game against the Ravens either. So, yeah, anyway, he's your boy.
Not my boy.
He's on your team, or your dad, the dad of one of your team members.
Yes.
Hi, girl, what you doing? Yeah, I kind of thought that was interesting that that would happen this particular week.
You want to talk to somebody about that? You call 11-and-a-half-year-old.
Oh.
Talk to her about it.
She actually knows?
No. I don't know if she knows or not, but that's her boyfriend.
Oh, I see. All right, well. Yeah, I don't know. How old is she?
11-and-a-half.
Oh, I see. Okay. So she's going to have to wait a couple years. Hi there, puppy. What you want? Huh? You got an opinion on this? No? You don't care? You don't care who wins the Super Bowl? You only care about the Puppy Bowl.
She says Chiefs.
You see she has a new collar? She got a new collar for her birthday.
No, I did not see.
Call her over.
Cheyenne, come here.
Brand new collar.
Oh, it's still pink like the other one.
Yeah, but the other one was falling apart.
Yeah.
Okay, the next story is... okay, so what are you doing? She's like, I do. What? What are you doing? You're just laying there.
Say yep.
Making sure I don't leave. Making sure I don't give a treat to another puppy. You're the only puppy. Oh, shoot. She's coming over now. I'll tell you what. I'll give you something. I'll give you something, okay? It's puppy time. Want that? Yeah?
There she's off.
Gotta love that dog. All right. So the Patriots fired Belichick a while ago.
Yes.
And he still hasn't found anything. Poor guy. Patriots owner Robert Kraft reacts to Belichick being shut out of the NFL coaching job. I guess he just interviewed for one job and he didn't get it. I can't remember who it was, but it's weird to think of Belichick as not being employed after he was with the Patriots for so long.
Mm-hmm.
But whatever the problem is, that he had, whatever reason he left, it's, some reason I don't understand. Maybe he underinflated balls. Maybe he has underinflated balls. We all know how that can be.
No, yeah.
Hi.
She's back.
That was quick. You gobbled that right up, didn't you?
Did you even taste it, Cheyenne?
Here.
Oh, you got more of those.
No, that's the last one. I like to hold off because I know she'll eat that up and, well, you know. But anyway, so yeah, it's really weird that this guy, I thought he had a pretty good track record, and I figured he wouldn't have any problems getting a job again. But apparently, he's having problems, and so, I mean, I don't really follow it enough to understand, so I don't understand why he can't get employed. Maybe it's time to retire.
Maybe.
Hey, it's not a bad thing. I like retirement, although I'm busier than ever. So, also, let's see here. What else we got here? All right, if you wanted to get in pro wrestling, this is the time to do it, because Fort Noxious is doing a deal. And just Fort Noxious has this deal for $200 down. It'll get you a tryout plus a month of training and your second month for just a penny.
Oh.
It's good only for the end of till the end of February. So yeah, that's anyone that wants to learn about being a pro wrestler, this is the time to do it, because you got a chance to do it for relatively inexpensive. I can tell you right now that wrestling trainers will charge you anywhere from $1,500 to $3,000 or more to train to be a wrestler.
Right.
And you really can't just go in the ring and be a wrestler. You can't. You're going to end up getting hurt. Right. You're going to end up hurting someone. Wrestling is all about taking care of yourself and taking care of others in the ring. It's not about...
You gotta know what you're doing before you go in there.
And so if you want to be a wrestler and you want to see if you can do it, this is the way to do it.
Right. And I've seen, like, going to wrestling events with you, I've seen that. Like, even experienced people, like the people that I've seen, they still get hurt. They know what they're doing, but they still get hurt.
Even as a manager, I've hurt myself. I broke my wrist. I'll never forget that. You guys were with me, I think, when I broke my wrist.
Maybe.
I didn't go to the hospital either. Well, I went to the hospital by myself. They said it was going to be 9 hours before I got in, so I just went home and came back in the morning, and I got right in. But my wrist had swollen up really bad. No, you may not have been with me for that one, but I did break my little finger. Actually, this finger, because it won't straighten out.
Yeah.
I've blown my. I've blown out.
Rotator cuff?
3 rotator cuffs. Well, maybe 4. No, it might be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At least I had this one done, and they both need to be done again. But the one that had to be done twice, that's like 4 times I've had my rotator cuffs screwed up. And I haven't fixed them since then. My knees were supposed to be replaced 10 years ago. But now that I've lost weight, I'm actually able to move a lot better. And I had a stroke because of wrestling, because I fell back and there was a chair that when I fell down, I missed the chair, but I hit the bottom of the chair with my head, and it knocked me for a loop. But I still continued the match as needed to, and the thing is, it led to me having a stroke. So I'm real careful now.
Right.
I do not want to go through that again.
But that just shows how serious it can be, that it is no joke.
Yeah, and it was worse during the ECW era because people were doing chair shots left and right.
And not, I
And
don't
a lot
know.
of my friends that were in ECW are dead now.
Right.
New Jack's dead, Axel Rotten's dead, Balls Mahoney's dead. There's a number of people that died because they had head trauma. Rock and Rebel.
And not to, I don't want to say this. Rob Green. I know he used to drink before the matches heavily. That in itself not only hindered him, but I think people wrestling him.
He, I don't think, was real dangerous to wrestle. Most of his drinking was done after, but he did do some drinking before.
Right. I think he was probably maybe, I want to say a little pretty good. I'm going to say a little pretty good going into that match.
Yeah. Yeah.
If that makes sense. But I do have to say he is sobered up now.
Yes.
And that's, I don't know how long.
I think he's
maybe almost a year.
He's got to be a year
or
sober.
Over a year.
I
or something.
think he's somewhere around a year.
Yeah.
It might be longer than that. I've lost track of time. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah. But still, he did it for his grandchild, which is.
You know what? It had to be at least 2 years because a video I watched had me in the video. I was a lot bigger than I am now.
Right.
I was 100 pounds more than I am now. So I can tell you, I know where that video is. I know where that video is really, really well because...
but still, nonetheless...
But the thing is, he got sober for his grandchild.
Right. But, I mean, still, that's good.
Yeah,
that he
I'm
got
happy.
sober.
I'm happy he's sober. And
that's tremendous. I'm proud of him. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, I really miss those guys because actually when I watched those videos, I was just thinking about how much fun we had and how much Gage and I were reminiscing about how much traveling we did and how much fun we did doing it. But he couldn't do it anymore, and I know I could not do that as much as I mean, I was out every week, and we were traveling anywhere from local for me to 16 hours when we went down to Georgia. And
no, I do believe he's. I mean, as I see on here, he does still do some wrestling, but not as near as much.
He's managing and stuff now.
Yeah, not as near as much as what he used to.
It's. I'm glad he's out of it because his body just can't keep going. And actually, he's gone. Chill's gone. Cage is gone, and I'm gone. We were the guys that ran a lot of those places. We worked a lot.
Oh, looks like he's got a Travis Kelce jersey. That's a Chiefs jersey.
Oh, okay. I was wondering what that meant.
Oh, he's got two. Okay, so Travis Kelce, and then there's Travis Kelce and Jason Kelce. Travis Kelce is on the Chiefs. His brother Jason Kelce's on the Eagles. He's got both of their jerseys.
Ah, that's cool. All right. Shaq reveals he wants to sit near Taylor Swift at the Super Bowl. Wonder if she'll read that. Could you imagine? He's such a huge guy, and she's such a little girl. They would look funny together. That would be funny. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm not going to make it to the Super Bowl. That sucks. I wanted to go there. But it's okay. I don't need to go there. The only reason I wanted to go there was because I wanted to see who was there. I don't care about who's playing. I just wanted to, like, last year they had Mike Tyson at the party that I was going to go to, and they also had Stone Cold Steve Austin there. So I thought that would be really cool to be in the same places as those guys, because I'd love to pick both of their brains. I'd like to, like, Mike Tyson is a lot more different than you would expect him in person. And I saw him on an interview with Kevin Hart. And Kevin Hart, actually, it was interesting to hear him talk to him about things that were going on there. So that was just really kind of cool. Let's see, what's this? Nobody said yours. Oh, wait, what was that? Well, what was the question? Somebody sent a... No. It's still going on with the set list thing. Yeah. You don't want to piss me off.
I don't see how... I don't see anything recently of how long.
How long what?
He's been clean.
Oh, yeah. Well, I remember seeing a while back 9 months, and I don't know how long ago I remember seeing that, but
Right.
you know, it was a while.
I was trying to see if I saw anything just recently at a quick glance through.
I don't know. I had a conversation with him too because I was asking who had the DOS name, who came up with it. So I wanted to, just kind of, I wanted to clear it before I mentioned to the people what I mentioned to the band that I was thinking that would be a cool name. But yeah, that was the first conversation I had with him for a while. Anyway, Shaq, he wants to sit next to Taylor Swift. So during a recent sit-down interview between the Super Bowl between Kansas City Chiefs and San Francisco 49ers, the NBA legend expressed he'd like to be seated near the pop star at the Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, where Swift is expected to cheer on her boyfriend, Travis Kelce. Hey, it'd be cool. I'd be afraid. I wouldn't want to go there because I wouldn't want to bug her, you know?
Yeah.
And that's the thing with everyone that like when I go to the locker room, if there's somebody there that I admired, I didn't want to bug them.
Right.
And until they actually spoke to me, I usually didn't approach them.
Right.
Because I understand that everyone wants to be around them. Everybody wants to be their friend. But the only people I would usually talk to are people that I had on the show that I worked with that I could say that, hey, I was the guy from the show, and then we'd usually that would spark up the conversation. So I was going through my I'm fixing up my music library, and in my music library is my promos from all the people. I found a bunch of promos that I thought I lost for good.
Good.
And now I'm real happy because and some people I didn't remember interviewing. I was like, oh yeah, I must have interviewed him because he had a promo. So it's kind of funny because I had a bunch of people in there there were so many people we interviewed that I forgot a lot of them. And then some people I think, did I interview them or didn't I? And if I have a promo, I know that I interviewed them. But I saw Chris Jericho stuff, and actually it's funny because Chris Jericho, there's a documentary on Chris Jericho on Peacock. Now the thing that's funny about that is that Peacock does WWE stuff. Chris Jericho is not with the WWE; he's with a competitor. So it's funny to see his documentary on there because it was they made it before he left. But he's in AEW, so they're promoting him in a way on AEW on Peacock. So that's kind of cool. Oh, I finally finished The New Girl.
Okay.
I didn't like the last season. When they had kids and all that stuff, it killed the concept of the show. The concept of the show is these were all kids that didn't have kids, didn't have, they were partiers or whatever it was. And kind of, once they started having kids, I lost my interest a little bit. But I powered through it and got through it, and I was glad it was over.
I have an appointment at 10 o'clock. Other than that, I'll be home all day. So I think I'm going to try and watch some of the Breaking the Band.
Okay. Yeah, the Breaking the Band, the next one is the Van Halen one. Right. So that one's pretty hefty. Well, it was for me because that was one of my favorite bands. Mm-hmm. And so I kind of think it's interesting that,
I've been trying to wait for Antoine to watch him with me because he kind of seemed interested in him too. So with his schedule, kind of pairing up. So I'm just going to have to watch it, and he can watch whenever if he wants.
Yeah. Well, when I was driving down to Baltimore and back from Baltimore, I was listening to some songs because I'm not in my car. I'm in the stupid Jeep. Listening to stuff I haven't listened to in a long time. Listening to Deep Purple's Deep Purple's Perfect Strangers album, one of my favorite albums of all time. And I used to do a bunch of songs off of there. And then I listened to Led Zeppelin, probably one of my favorite bands of all time. And And on the way down and on the way back up, I was trying to sing some of that stuff because I used to sing some of that.
All right.
And I noticed that my voice can hit notes it couldn't hit before.
Good.
And my sister brought up a good reason that I had never thought of. Because I lost the weight, my air intake and extake, and actually I've noticed that my endurance is a lot better. Like I'm not tired like I used to be.
Right.
When Ken and I used to play, I used to have to sit down after a set and well, of course we were playing in the middle of freaking hell when we were at the Grange Fair, and it was like 1,000 degrees outside, and it's no wonder I had to sleep. I had to lay down or whatever, but I didn't have to lay down. But it's a wonder I was tired. But a good part of that is I was 300 and some odd pounds when I was singing too. Yeah. So now that I've lost, 100 pounds since then, or whatever it is, I can hit notes I couldn't hit before, and I don't get tired. So I like that, and I'm interested to see like what performing is going to be like once I get to that point. But anyway, I was playing a couple of the songs I used to sing, and it was like, wow, I can hit this a lot easier than I could hit it before. And
what's your favorite song by Deep Purple? Do you have a favorite song?
Which one?
Yeah.
There's so many I like, but off of that album, there are two good songs. Knocking at Your Back Door and Perfect Strangers are the two favorite songs. I think, I'm not sure, I would say,
I'll be honest, that I know of, I only know of one Deep Purple song.
Which one?
So I gotta say it's my favorite.
Which one?
Smoke on the Water.
Okay. That one, I mean, that's a good song. It's not on that album, but yeah, that's a good song. But Perfect Strangers album is head and shoulders above that.
Okay.
And if
Maybe
you
I'll have to
like, if you like that song, you'd like Highway Star, which is a good song. That is a really good. That guy is just. David Coverdale is such a good vocalist.
You're gonna laugh at me when you figure out the reason why I like that song. Marching Band. That is one of the stand tunes that we've done is Smoke on the Water.
I used to do that song a long time ago.
So that's how I got to know that song.
There are so many good Deep Purple songs, and there are some okay Deep Purple songs, but that whole Perfect Strangers album was good. And it came out right as I think it came out right when we were in the Mike Trash and the Barking Rats. It may have been I think it was that I think it was 84 or 85 it came out. And I remember Rich Butler and me and Animal and Race Car. Well, no, that wouldn't have been Animal and Race Car because that was 80 or 81. So it probably wasn't that year. It probably was the Barking Rats was probably when we did that song. And we did it without a keyboard player.
Right.
Which, it needed a keyboard player, but the way we did it, we didn't need a keyboard player. But it was a great song. I love that song. But I loved David Coverdale singing. He's a good singer. He's also the Whitesnake singer. And actually, there's Whitesnake in that Breaking the Band.
Okay.
And you'll understand why he wasn't in Deep Purple for long, because he was a problem. David Coverdale was hard to work with.
Gotcha.
So that show is so cool because it really explains to me why some of these bands fell apart, like Pink Floyd. Listen to that and stuff. It just is really interesting how some of these bands fell apart. All right, let's see next. Come on. Now in March when I go to San Diego, I got my flight. I'm leaving Wednesday. I'm coming back. I'm actually going to come back and be back in town Tuesday at 11 a.m.
Ooh.
I am going to be a real mess. It's going to be an interesting show because as we know, when I do those shows after I come back from one of the things, anything could happen, and I could talk about anything in the world, and I will. I don't know what I'll be talking about.
I will be prepared.
It will be interesting because I'll be working on no sleep because I don't sleep too well on those red eyes, but I'm going to try to sleep, but I don't think I'm going to sleep real well because I think I have on the way out it's not going to be too bad, but on the way back it's going to be really bad because I'm not going to have any sleep. So, but it'll be fun. All right, next story. What does that say? Oh, okay, that's a good article. Here's a interesting thing. Okay, I did that one already. I think I'll announce that again next week for Rob. Just want to help him get some new students. All right, so this is interesting. Now, Kiss is done with their tour. They're done for good, supposedly. Mm-hmm. So the next thing that we got to do with Kiss is we've got to sell our mansion. Party's over in Las Vegas for Kiss rocker Gene Simmons. He bought this mansion. The mansion, or this musician, has sold the home after less than 2 years. He's had that house for 2 years. I can't imagine living in a house for 2 years and then having to move again. I don't want to move ever again.
Right.
I don't even want to move from here ever again. Even if I bought a bigger mansion, I don't want to move. I'd love to have a new mansion, but I don't want to move. But like I said, I like to watch those videos on mansions and stuff. This is one of the videos that is interesting to me because he's only owned this house for 2 years. 2 years. I better have more than one house if I'm going to move in 2 years, and the one house better have everything.
I would.
So I don't have to, if you have a party home, that'd be different. You just take stuff you need to party and or that you need to live in. Not that I'm a big partier, so it's not like that matters. But I just found it really interesting that he's getting rid of this place. I mean, they knew they were going to freaking retire in a period of time, so why would you? But this place is really nice. If I could afford a place like this, I would like a place like this, but I don't want to buy a place like this for 2 years, and
right,
because 2 years, it would take me 2 years to unpack, or longer, because but here's the house. He sold it for $11 million. Take a look at this house. This house is really nice. It's, it's all glass windows though, and it's got looks like two outdoor pools. One's a little one. Maybe that's just a little bigger hot tub or something. But it's a big house. It says here, rock and roll all night and party every day has come to an end at Kiss's rockers Gene Simmons LV home. The rock icon sold the glitzy Sin City mansion and half acre. How much do you think his house went for? I didn't say it, did I? I'm pretty sure.
I don't think so.
Just when you look at that house, how much do you think that house is worth? It looks pretty nice.
Yeah.
And actually, for the money, I think it's a pretty good deal for the money.
I'd say $1.5 million. By that sound, I'm way off.
You better go 10 times that.
Nuh-uh.
The house, it says here, Mr. Simmons hadn't quite owned the home for 2 years, acquiring it in May 2021 for $8.2 million and an adjacent parcel where he planted more than 100 trees for another $2.6 million. The total is $10.8 million is what he put into it, making his returns for a relatively diminutive $200,000 he made $200,000 for 2 years. He sold it for $11 million. $11 million. Now, the thing I do like about this place is it looks like these houses are all on a hill, and it looks like there's a fence right around his property, and then it goes down from there. So that kind of looks cool. I'd like that, but I don't think I'd like all the windows. I don't think I'd like people to be able to peek in there. I mean, not that they, but it looks really nice. I'd love to have a place like, and some of the places I've looked at that I'll never be able to afford are pretty nice. It says here, the bassist and singer with the Demon Stage persona moved to Nevada for tax benefits. Told his family, but his family was less keen on the idea, which was reported, which first reported the sale. Take a look at this. This is really a nice place. I mean, I don't even know what it's like to have a place that big. It's funny, when I first bought this place and we didn't own anything, it was really empty. Now I own everything, and now it's really, it got really small. This place got small. But anyway, my family doesn't want to go there, and the rocker, who's married to actress Shannon Tweed, they're not going to put up with the heat. And down the street there's strippers and stuff like that. They don't want to deal with any of that. There's almost 11,000 square feet. I got 3,500 square feet. There's 11,000. So it should only be 3 times my house, right? Maybe my house is worth more than I thought.
Maybe.
Okay, so divide that 11 million by 3. So I should be able to get 3 million for my house.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, they got this. There's a studio and everything in here.
Maybe they can start their own radio show.
Yeah. And this very jazzy radio show. For the right price, I'd leave the equipment behind. A cool 9 million I'd sell it for. 9 million. And I won't even take anything out of here. That would be the way to do it. Start all over.
Have anything you want.
Yes. No, have everything. Except my Hess truck collection and my belts. I don't want to give up my belts, my Trash Talking Radio belts.
Have anything you want that I leave in.
Yes. Let it that way. I will leave you with lots of things. I won't give up my CDs of Alice Cooper that are over there. That's that stand, right, that holds the boards up, right, straight in front of you. That gray box, right. Those are CDs. They held that box up there for about 20 years. I've never opened them because nobody buys CDs anymore, so they're probably worth something.
I got a guitar pick over here.
That's worth something too. It was used by
Toby Keith.
Toby Keith, yes, on his last concert tour. On his Red Solo Cup tour. You never heard that song?
Yes, I have.
Oh, you have? Okay.
I have.
All right. Oh, that's right. We were arguing that might not have been him, and I said he did.
Wrote it.
Yeah. That annoyed me so bad. I just hated that song so much because I thought, here I'm writing songs about life, and he's writing about a Red Solo Cup. And he's making money, and I'm not.
Yeah, I did not like that song.
Yeah. Well, I didn't realize he wrote a lot of good songs, though. Apparently, he was very patriotic, and and actually, he spent a lot of time with the veterans.
Yes, he did that.
I forgive him for the Red Solo Cup song because he did, and he actually started a cancer foundation in 2010 or 11, I think it was.
I think so.
And so that made me change my feelings on him. Okay, next thing. The Rock's daughter is in NXT, which she's been for a while.
Right.
And a lot of people got upset when they broke up the faction that she was in. She was in a faction with... I
think... never mind. I'll keep shut because I may be jumping the gun.
Go ahead.
She just deleted her Twitter, I believe.
Really? I didn't know that. Well, you know why. I know why. I know why. I did not know she did that, but I can tell you. Oh, wait. Is there any more pictures of the house that we need to see? Here's some more of the house. Because you're going to have to know this stuff if you're going to come to the show. I mean, we're going to be broadcasting in Vegas. Let's see. I think that's the only one. Okay. Oh, Billy Joel.
What?
Ooh. He's relisting his Florida home for
Ooh.
$10 million. Oh, $10 million price cut. Oh boy, how much do you think that one's worth? With a $10 million price cut, I'm not going to tell you how much it is until you guess what it is.
With a $10 million price
cut, yes. That's more than...
Gracious.
And if you bought that, you could just take that extra $10 million and buy Gene Simmons' house and have a...
Seriously.
And it's just this space here.
$25 million.
It is... Ready?
Uh-huh.
Billy Joel is hoping that you may be right. I may be crazy. His estate in Florida was recently relisted at $54.9 million. $10 million less. $54.9 million. What's that like to have that kind of money?
For $10 million, $64 million
is what he wanted originally. That's insane.
Yeah. Anyways, The Rock's daughter deletes Twitter after backlash over Cody Rhodes.
Oh well, we'll talk about that too. That's a different thing than what I want to talk about, but we'll talk about that too.
But I also know the other part to that. I think that
really.
The Rock's daughter.
Okay, we'll talk about that next as soon as we're done talking about Billy Joel's house.
Yes. Sorry.
So yeah, it was $65 million is what he wanted for this little stretch of land here. He's got a pool here right there, and he's got a beach right here. I want to put the pool back here because, I mean, you're not going to be jumping in the pool and then jumping out on the beach, or coming back from the beach and jumping in the pool because you don't want the sand in the pool.
Right.
But, yeah, that's crazy.
I'm just going to jump in my pool. Now I'm going to get out of the pool and go in the ocean.
Yeah, well, you don't have to worry about sharks in your pool generally. That's just crazy, $60 million for that. But it's less. It's a bargain. Jeez. Joel bought the house in 2015 for $22.1 million. So he more than doubled his value in the house. It says, according to the records, he initially listed the sale in April 2018. How much do you think he listed it? He paid $22.1 in 2015. How much did he list 3 years later?
$75 million.
No. That's not even accurate. He bought it at 23.1.
Okay.
And 3 years later, he was trying to sell it at less than the 60 he was talking about before.
I would say 45 million.
33. 31.2. So, but removed the listing just 4 months later because he couldn't sell it at that price, and now he thinks he's going to get $60 million for it. So, I mean, property in that area is probably very difficult to get, and it's probably listed. That's probably what a reasonable amount is for that 40.
Yeah.
Whatever I said, 54 million or whatever it was. It's just we're used to being around here, where these houses aren't worth anywhere near even $1 million.
Right.
My house would be probably, if I were to fix up the things that need to be fixed up, I could probably get $500,000, maybe a little more. I was up to about $600,000 when the COVID thing came, because I saw some of the listings that, and my house is one of the nicer houses on this road, but I need to fix some things before it would be worth that. Mainly the fence around the house and the pool and some little things. So you should see the new light I just got for out front. I got a different light for out front.
Okay.
That's going to be really bright, because the one I bought has 2 panels, but the one I just got has 4 panels, so it'll be very, very much brighter. So I'm going to try to put that up soon. I don't know if I'll get it up before I leave, because it's cold out there sometimes. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, now we wanted to talk about The Rock's daughter. So The Rock's daughter came in as this girl named Ava. I forget what her name was. Ava. Anyway, she's not really an athlete.
Rain?
Ava Rain, yeah. So she didn't do any wrestling at all, in this group, this faction that she was in, and she was with Joe Gacy, who had his faction was like he was a cult leader, and it was kind of cool. I liked his persona. I liked the cult leader thing, but it's evolved a little bit, and now he's not a cult leader. He's just a crazy maniac. But she's no longer part of it. And they couldn't figure out what to do with her because she's not a good wrestler, at least at this point. Maybe it's too early to be a good wrestler, but they don't want to irritate The Rock because, he's a stockholder, according to our thing last week,
right?
And a shareholder. So now what do you do with her? So they're trying to figure out what to do with her. So they put her as the general manager of NXT. A lot of people are thinking it's because her father is The Rock, which is probably true. And as far as I'm concerned, it's just a figurehead thing. It's not like she's really running the promotion. But a lot of people are upset that Cody Rhodes, you mentioned Cody Rhodes, that Cody Rhodes lost his championship match with Roman Reigns because The Rock came out Friday and basically challenged Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. So now Cody doesn't get his WrestleMania thing. And fans are furious. Fans have been behind Cody, and so I've got a couple ideas of what's going on. First off, the McMahon thing that we talked about last week is in the news all over the place. We need to make people forget about the McMahon thing.
Yeah.
So Cody Rhodes isn't going to do that. And Cody Rhodes winning is not going to do that. However, The Rock is a bigger name than any other wrestling guy on the circuit. Right.
Sorry.
Who are you laughing at? What are you laughing at?
You said you were looking up mansions and all that, right?
Yes.
Remember a while back, I talked about the mansion that was worth they were asking for $2 million in Belfont for.
Okay. Yeah.
Remember looking at pictures?
Yeah.
So it is now pending sale.
Oh, so somebody actually
paying $2 million for it. As of the 30th of January.
Now you realize that the
27th.
They're doing it for various reasons. One of, they probably get tax incentives because it's a historical house, and that makes people more apt to move on something like that because they won't end up paying $2 million. They'll end up turning it eventually and. Remind me about this, and we'll go back to this because I got something I want to say about that because I don't want to get too far off of the Rock thing right now. So the Rock's going to end up going to WrestleMania, which is in Philadelphia, and he's going to. He took all the spotlight off of McMahon. It's now on. Wow, they're doing this, and it's kind of important that they get that off of there because their stock went. The minute McMahon, once that happened, the stock started crumbling.
Right.
Now that they have positive stuff, the stockholders are having more confidence. And so the idea of that was all pretty smart in their way of doing things. However, it irritates the real true fan. The casual fan are going to forget about McMahon in a second.
Yeah.
But the real fan, if I was like I used to be, well, I've never really been a super fan of WWE. I've always been a fan of wrestling, and I've always been a fan of the angles and things like that. So, but the real fans are upset about this because they're watching the journey that they keep saying about, I want to finish the story, I want to finish the story. And this would have been the finish to the story.
Right.
Because he would have gotten the belt, and he would have, because Dusty never held the belt in the WWE. And that's the story, and that's the truth. They would never give him the belt. And there were a lot of political reasons for that. Mostly, he was a diehard NWA fan, and AWA fan, and he got belts in all those areas. However, he never got a belt in WWE, because whenever he came into the WWE, when he finally came into the WWE, he was probably in his late 40s and maybe early 50s.
Right.
And you don't want to put the championship belt on a guy that's in his 50s.
Right.
You do that with Ric Flair because he's Ric Flair, but the bottom line is they can't do that. And so now they have this, they've got a dilemma. They got this thing with McMahon, which has nothing to do with the WWE, but it's a political nightmare for them. They've got to cover, they can't cover the thing up, but they can overshadow it by something else. So the only thing, it wouldn't be Cody's story that's going to touch a casual fan, a person that is watching wrestling every once in a while and just say, oh, there's, what's his name again? Oh, yeah, Cody Rhodes. Everyone knows who The Rock is.
Right.
So the way they're going to not breeze over it, but the way they're going to quiet the storm down is by bringing him in. So the hardcore WWE fans are mad. They're furious because they want to see Cody win. Cody still may not have won that match anyway because it was against Roman Reigns, and I don't know what their plans are. I don't know what's going to happen with it, but so you got your casual fans that are worried because now WWE's got these issues and they're thinking, well, am I going to pay for this? Well, now they got to distract them. They got to have that low-hanging fruit for them to reach out for and say, oh, The Rock's coming back. He hasn't wrestled there in a long time. Well, that would be really good. I'd like to see him take on his cousin.
Right.
Roman Reigns is his cousin. So now we have a cousin versus cousin feud on top of the fact that it's a championship match. Now, is Cody happy about this? Well, it depends what story is correct. So, the story is that what they want us to believe is that Cody's been pushed off to the Seth Rollins, and he'll win that belt, and it'll be. They like to think of that as a secondary belt because they've left Roman hold that belt for so long, 3 years or 4 years or whatever it's been.
Right.
So they can't just take it off him because he's got a longevity thing going. So somebody's got to take it off him besides another wrestler. The only person, The Rock. Now, what could be happening? They couldn't have The Rock take it off and just give it to Cody.
Right.
They can't have The Rock take it off and Cody beat The Rock, because that's just not going to happen. So now they're in a dilemma. They can't have The Rock wrestle full time because he's got so many other things he's involved in.
Right.
Part of the thing is he owns the wrestling promotion, or the football promotion that does spring football. Who
are you looking up? Who am I?
The Rock's Rock's football promotion, the UFC. No, it wouldn't be UFC. It's football. Whatever it is, it's a different wrestling or it's a different football promotion that he owns. Anyway, he bought that from McMahon. He had a fire sale. McMahon had a fire sale and gave up the XFL. The XFL is what it was. I don't know what it is now, but he combined that with another promotion that was doing a spring football thing too. So now that's one big spring football promotion.
XFL.
XFL, is that they keep it? They keep the XFL? Okay. So that's starting soon. So that's something that's important that The Rock get out there and promote that. So that's important that that's promoted. Now, theory is that they're going to, one of the theories is that something's going to happen and Cody's still going to go in there. That's one of the theories. Another theory is that Cody's just going to take on Seth and that's going to be it. Now, what is happening is the fans are threatening Ava. They're threatening to kill her.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
That's ridiculous. That kind of stuff is ridiculous. I don't care what you are, who you are. You don't threaten another person's life because her father is involved in wrestling. But she had nothing to do with that.
Right.
And I mean, just the fact that she's a horrible wrestler, I would understand wanting to kill her for that.
Mm-hmm.
But for, something that she has nothing to do with,
right.
It's her father, fans are stupid. People are idiots. And they make wrestling fans have a bad name. There's just no reason that they should be threatening her life.
You're right. Absolutely right.
That infuriates me. And it embarrasses me as a wrestling fan. And things like that would happen when I was a kid because people thought that wrestling was real then.
Mm-hmm.
When I was a kid, I mean, Bobby Heenan told us stories about when they left arenas, they had to leave arenas and worry about people shooting at them. Mm-hmm. One time he got out of town and he saw there was bullet holes in his car because somebody shot at him.
Right.
One time when I left New Jersey, I was terrified that they were going to come after us because I got them so mad at us.
Right.
And they were furious at us. I said to everybody, we're done. I said, we're done right the first match after intermission. Mm-hmm. I said, we're wrestling then. We should leave right after that because everyone wanted to kill us.
Yeah.
There are people that are lunatics with that stuff. And The Rock's daughter doesn't deserve that. Even though she's a horrible wrestler, she didn't just do anything to deserve that kind of treatment.
Right.
And I would be terrified too.
Oh, I would be.
So
I don't think never mind. I was going to say I really don't think anybody deserves.
No, I don't think they do because wrestling is TV. It's like saying you wanted to kill somebody because they were watching a James Bond movie and the guy screwed James Bond over, so he's going to get killed. That's not something that you would expect. So I don't know. I hate that people would even have that thought.
Yeah, that's not. And I mean, how do I want to say it? People that are doing this death threatening, they're hiding behind a computer screen.
Oh, yeah. They're cyberbullies.
Yeah.
But who knows how crazy they really are? That's the problem.
Right.
You don't know how crazy they are because people are idiots. And they will, I don't know. I think it's sad that these kind of people are out there. But, I've lived with bullying most of my life. And when I was a kid, I got bullied really bad. And those people, a lot of them are cowards.
Yeah.
And when it came down to it, when I confronted them, sometimes they backed down. Sometimes they didn't. I remember one time I was in high school and this kid came after me with a hammer. He had a hammer. He was trying to hit me with a hammer. If it weren't for professional wrestling, I would have been dead. I knew how to take a hammer lock, and I had him in an armhole that he couldn't get out of. And that was just instinct for me. And but the guy, I don't understand why anybody would hate me that bad that they would want to hurt me. A couple years later, I found out why, and it's really a shame that happened because, that should have never happened. Anyway, okay, so there's another house for sale in Florida, except it's not a house. It was a house. Al Capone's Florida address is now an empty lot. It's selling for $23.9 million for an empty lot. That's more than, hey, I would have bought Gene Simmons' house then, because it's at least you get a house with it, but you don't get a house with this. They tore the house down. It's an empty lot. And they're still selling it for $25 million.
I'm going to get right on that one.
Yeah, well, you'd have to camp out in that place. There's no place there to live in. For that price, they better give me a house.
Tent, that's a mansion.
Oh, that's these people are insane though, but they'll get it. They're going to get it. How much was the other one? Billy Joel's was like 50 or 60.
Yeah.
So yeah, you could build your own little a trailer. That would be awesome. Buy that place for $25 million, then have them pull a trailer in. That'll teach them. You want to put a house there? Where'd you go? She left. She came over and she wanted to.
No, she's over here.
Oh, okay.
She's over here with me.
But yeah, that's. I mean, for that little piece of land, but you're right on the beach. I mean, it's the nice thing is, or well, right on the bay. That's the bay side by the looks of things. But still, that's Al Capone's Florida house or Florida property because they tore the house down. Oh, that's great.
What are you doing?
The Florida address where gangster Al Capone died in 1947 is back up for sale as an empty 30,000 square foot lot, asking $24 million. It's the storied property of Palm Island, a man-made island in the Biscayne Bay off of the coast of Miami, was the center of a struggle between a local preservationist and various developers for years before it was ultimately torn down last summer. The owner listed the property records as a limited liability company, an LLC, is selling the empty lot as an opportunity for a buyer to build a new custom mansion. For decades, the Capone lived in a stately Spanish colonial style, which looked like this. Now that, I wouldn't mind having that, and I don't care if Capone owned it or not. That's okay. That's a really big pool, though. You figure that pool is the width of the house. It's actually almost the width of the the property. You wouldn't have to cut the grass. Says here the Spanish colonial style villa on the property, which he bought for $40,000 in 1928, which is equal to $850,000 in today's dollars. The now demolished home had a private beach, a gatehouse, and a large 60-foot pool with a cabana. He died from a heart attack at the house at the age of 48. That's just crazy stuff.
Wow.
I can't imagine a pool that big. That pool is, what do you say? It was trying to see, 60-foot pool. That's 20 feet longer than my pool.
Wow.
That's a long pool.
Yeah, it is.
You can put a boat in there. Go boating in your pool.
There you go.
Oh, man. And it's only a mere $24 million without a house.
I told you, I'm going to get right on that one.
I would take that $24 million and I'd buy Gene Simmons' house for $11 and then pocket the rest. Oh, what's it like to have that kind of money? I think that's the last house I have. Oh, no, wait, I do have another house. I got on a house roll.
I see that.
Yeah, well, it's like once in a while you get into these things that you can't get out of the rabbit hole. This is one of the times I couldn't get out of the rabbit hole. Ivan Lendl, tennis great. You know who he is?
No.
He played tennis. He has a 445-acre Connecticut estate for $12 million. There you get a lot of land.
Ooh.
That you could make your money back in if you sold it by parcels. So actually, this one is probably the best deal out of everything we've looked at. But there you go. There's the house for you.
Ooh.
That one with 445 acres, you just sold all but 2 acres, and then the 2 acres just be around your house where all the trees are. You could pay for your house. You could pay for your mortgage and everything. But that's a really big house too. It says here that tennis great Ivan Lendl, 445-acre Connecticut estate is sold for $12 million, breaking price records in Litchfield County. Mansion Global has learned the house has been on and off the market for the past 8 years. Said the listing agent. Had the sale. Let's see here. Where are we at here? The deal closed on Thursday, surpassing the previous record, which was shy of $11.5 million, according to Morris. The Cornwall, Connecticut home was originally listed for $25 million in 2005. Wow, $25 million and they got 12.
Wow.
That's pretty hard. And has gone through a series of price cuts according to reports, and the most recently asking price was $14,995. So that's crazy. But that house is really big. I'd like to know what the footage of that house is. Oh, here we go. In the heart of Litchfield Hills, the Georgian federal style mansion offers how many square feet do you think? Remember, this is 3,500, and that house is a lot bigger than my house.
I have no idea.
18,000 square feet. So it's what? It's 20 times my house. I don't know. It's a lot. Let's see here. Has 12 bathrooms, 10 bedrooms, 3 partial bedrooms. I don't know what a partial bedroom is. The 4-level, 20-plus room house was designed by architect Alan Greenberg for Lendo and his wife, Samantha, in 1992. That just tells me there's some people that have a lot of money. Let's see. Yeah, that's all. Okay, so that's. Are there any other pictures of the house? No. Oh, this one. This one's looking really nice. See, this one, you look like you're living in like a castle when you're talking about this one. But you know, those old houses like that don't appeal to me. I like new high-tech houses.
Yeah.
You know, these kind of like look like, I don't know. I like the high-tech stuff though. But anyway, that's the last house I think I've got on here. All right. I hit the button again to do it again. Thought it was so good the first time. Okay. Then we got the Grammys. It says here, start talking about that. The Grammys have the biggest audience since the pre-pandemic. That sounds good. Maybe we'll start to see things start to normalize again. Says Grammy Awards recorded their biggest TV audience in 4 years on Sunday. I haven't watched a show like that in a long time, but there hasn't been anybody that I'm really interested in.
Right.
Because I don't follow popular music anymore. Well, I never did, but the bands I'm paying attention to aren't on
right.
aren't on these things. Okay, what's going on? Why is this not working? You should be doing what you're supposed to be doing. Okay, is it going to do it or not? Well, I don't know. Jeez. Okay. Well, I guess Facebook doesn't want that article. Try it again. This time with feeling. Post. All right, well, while that's doing that, let's open it up again because I can't read it. All right. All right. Do you listen to popular music?
Yes.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
You like her?
Who?
Who else? Taylor Swift.
Yes, I do.
Okay. I like her for one reason. The fact that she takes care of her fans.
Yes. I do like that. I also like her, like, older stuff. Not a lot of her newer stuff. I mean, yeah, some of her new stuff is good, but I like her first album.
Yeah, I mean, it says Taylor Swift took home Album of the Year honors and Best Pop Vocal Album, drew 17 million viewers, according to the same-day ratings from Nielsen. That's the biggest tune-in since the Grammys since 2020, which was held before the pandemic. The awards were 36% over year to year, rising from 12.5 million in 2023. The 17 million viewers that CBS does not include streaming. So I guess that's pretty good. All right, next. Oh, this one was interesting because it has something to do with the Death Pool.
Okay.
Emma Hemming Willis to write a book on being a caregiver to Bruce Willis after his dementia. That to me is, this is something that's heartbreaking to me. Not that she is writing a book, but it's heartbreaking to me that he's that gone. Because he was awesome. I mean, he could do no wrong in my book. Right. Even when he played a bad guy, a lot of times I cheered him on because I love the stuff that Bruce Willis did. And to know that he's not going to be doing any more movies. I mean, he's not that old. And then we're just not going to see anything out of him because he can't remember anything. And I understand the memory loss thing because my memory's not the greatest.
Neither is mine.
I wish I had a good memory, but and I have no excuse for it, except that I'm not very good. I've never been good at memorizing things. But it's really sad to see that his life is this now. He probably doesn't even notice because it's, but his family does, and that's just sad to me. But she's going to write a book about, what they're going through, and I don't know, people probably buy books yet. I don't know. She'll share her experience after the actor was diagnosed with frontotemporal dementia. I can't even say that word. It says here her book is to release a book to share her experience as care partner to Willis after he was diagnosed with dementia. The yet-to-be titled book is to be published in 2025 through the Open Field Book imprint helmed by Maria Shriver. It will also include interviews and expert advice, offering a thoughtful, inspiring guide to those who seek support while navigating a loved one's dementia. I think that if I lost, I guess if you, he may not even know that, it may not make a big difference to him because he may not realize it. But I would hate to think that I would lose my mind and my memories and all that. You can't really replace that. So that kind of is sad. So, Ben Affleck is in the news.
Okay.
Did you know he is the Dunkin' Donuts or Dunkin', whatever they call him? It says Dunkin' Donut, or it says Ben Affleck's Dunkin' ad riffs off sad Grammys meme. The actor and filmmaker's collaboration with the chain for the pop star ad continues with him pursuing a dream of pop stardom. And his shirt says, grab me a glazed. He's got pictures there's things of donuts all around him. He's a brand ambassador. That's what it was, brand ambassador. I forgot what the term was. So he's a brand ambassador for Dunkin'. I just can't even imagine what kind of money he gets just to be a brand ambassador.
Who knows?
But people will probably buy donuts because of him. It'd be really cool if he does that, like when he plays the next Batman, because he's been Batman a couple times. Have the Batmobile go through the Dunkin' Donuts thing. Yeah. That would be funny. So he goes in there and says, I'll have a cream donut, please. He's got to wear the cowl and everything. But that would be funny. All right, so it didn't work. Why am I having problems with Facebook all of a sudden? Not taking my things. I don't know if it's posting or not, but it's not acting like it's posting. I know it's posting to the Twitter, but it doesn't seem to be posting to the...
You said you're not sure if it's posting to Facebook?
Yeah. It's like it just kind of locks up when I go to hit it. All right, now. See. I probably should open it again just in case. Okay. Let's see. Anyway, it says brand ambassador for Dunkin' leveled up during Sunday's 2024 Grammys with the debut of the star's latest spot for the coffee and donut shop chain, launching an apparent campaign which the actor follows in his wife's footsteps to become a pop star. The ad, which also features social media star Charlie D'Amelio, comes a year after the famous sad Affleck meme emerged at the 2023 Grammys, a viral moment when the show's broadcast caught the actor's despondent and distant expression as wife Jennifer Lopez danced joyfully next to him.
Yes, your stuff's posting on Facebook.
Is it? Okay, good. All right, so I don't need to worry about that. Keep laughing. Oh, wait, here we have, is this it? This is the, oh, maybe I'll have to, let's see what it says, see what happens here. Oh, I don't know. It's going to get, I'll probably get in trouble because it's going to YouTube.
He laughed. He's bored. No. Studying. Always watching. You can do that. Why can it be?
What's going on, baby? I had this crazy dream you're gonna laugh. I had come up with like some beats, and then you were like, maybe we should put that on the record. I even had like a persona like J-Lo or like B-Lo. That's the bad version, obviously. Do you have any time today?
I understand. No reason for you to come by, Well, overlook it. I guess I'll have to show you.
These are the beats right here.
CD?
Big time music expert. You don't know where music comes from?
Don't hurt him, babe.
Does music have to rhyme? Yo, I got like this or too subtle. Maybe you can just show me how it looks like.
Yeah, I can do that. Who is TikTok? They tell you you're no good. You're a goofy, middle-aged, clumsy white guy with no rhythm and you can't sing on key. You're not coordinated. That means I can't be a pop star? Underestimate Boston. At your peril. This is me now.
He's got the Boston accent and everything.
Yeah.
That's funny. It's a CD. We keep our beats on it. That's pretty funny. Oh, well. All right. All right, next. Oh, so I'm trying to figure out if this is real or not. Okay. What pushed Larry David to throttle Elmo? So apparently Larry David was on a talk show and he's waiting for his turn. And Elmo was on the show too.
Okay.
And I'm trying to figure out if this was real or not, or if it was what it was. It's really odd. So apparently he came onto the show and started choking Elmo. Larry David. This is Larry David.
Right.
So,
okay.
And I don't understand. I don't even think it's funny. It's supposed to be. I don't know if it's supposed to be funny. I don't know what it's supposed to be. So I haven't quite understand what this whole thing was all about. I read about it on this one article, and I kept trying to figure out why would he choke a puppet.
Yeah, really.
So his reason that he said why he choked the puppet, that sounds like a term you would use about masturbation, but he said he was tired of waiting for his interview time because the Muppets were on for so long. So he came out and he choked the puppet. And I'm like, what? I don't know if it's supposed to be funny or if it's supposed to show that maybe he's losing his mind, or
who knows.
I have no idea. So then I ran across this article that Elmo was on X or Twitter, and Elmo asked X users how they're doing, and the trauma dump was so depressing, even the president responded. And I'm thinking, what? What? What's going on with our world here? Somehow I think our world's going a little insane because they're talking to a puppet.
Right. And
now I can understand our president talking to a puppet because I don't think he knows what's real and what isn't. But it doesn't really make much sense to me that they're talking, and they got me talking about it, so I guess they did what they were supposed to do. But I can't understand. Anyway, so it says S is for sadness. A seemingly innocent tweet made by the beloved Sesame Street icon Elmo sparked a flurry of concerning reactions and reassurance from President Biden. Somebody needs to tell Biden he really needs to not answer these things because it doesn't make him look any better. Elmo is just checking in on how everybody else is doing. The puppet, who is reportedly only 3 years old, posted on X, formerly Twitter. Little did Elmo know he was about to be inundated with various responses ranging from football losses to job layoffs to marital woes and even the impending destruction of the human race. One common theme among the tweets, however, was that everyone seemed to be at their breaking point. I don't think that I ever tell anybody how I'm feeling for real on any social media platform, but people seem to think it's okay to talk about things. Either I'm going to be real, I'm at my effing limit. Elmo, I'm going to be real. I'm at my effing limit, one user wrote, whose response has garnered more than 500,000 likes on his social media platform. Elmo reading replies. There's a picture of Elmo reading replies. This is insane. And even the president responded. Not gonna lie, I'm tired, Elmo, wrote a second person. A lot's going on, Little Red. And then Elmo, each day, the abyss we stare into grows a unique horror, one that was previously unfathomable in nature. Our inevitable doom, which was once accelerated in years or months, now accelerates in hours, even minutes, a third one dully ruminated. However, I did have a good grapefruit earlier. Thank you for asking. The reaction to Elmo's message even caught the attention of Biden, 81, who's assured his fellow Americans that no one is alone, even when things seem dark. What is going on? This one here, Elmo, I just got laid off. I know how hard it is some days to sweep the clouds and get the sunnier days, he wrote. Our friend Elmo is right. We have to be there for each other, offer our help to a neighbor in need, and above all, ask for help when we need it. Even though it's hard, you're never alone, says the 46th president. And then several celebrities also chimed in. Elmo's just checking in. How is everybody doing? And then what do we got? Resisting the urge to tell Elmo I'm kind of sad, wrote the Hunger Games' Rachel Ziegler. I'm looking for somebody to talk to and show me some love, if you know what I mean. Rapper T-Pain chimed in. Other users were simply dumbfounded at the amount of trauma dumping going on. Elmo's going to regret being on the internet, trolled one user. We start checking in on our friends. Thousands of people are telling Elmo that they are depressed. Our friends are out there venting their sadness to an emotionally inattentive or an emotionally attentive Muppet. The world is burning around us, Elmo. This one's a good one. Take a look at the picture. I mean, this is insane that these people are actually responding to it. I just think it's fun. Bats like jelly filled. Oh, I guess she was talking about donuts. Didn't look up there then. Former TV personality Dr. Phil used the opportunity to promote his new book, We Got Issues, How You Can Stand Strong for America's Soul and Sanity. The outpouring of emotional reactions even took Elmo by surprise, so much that he wrote a follow-up tweet. Wow, Elmo is glad he asked. Elmo learned that it's important to ask a friend how they are doing. Elmo will check in again soon. Elmo loves you. It's insane. I just don't even know what to think about that. This is what our America is like. You know, the Russians got to be enjoying what our tweeting is about.
They have to.
All right. So we'll get rid of this, and now we're on to the main show. Oh, I don't have that much for the main show. Oh, it's good. We don't have much time left. This is a weird one. This is a serious post. I don't even know what to think about this because we got some. I try to keep it light most of the time, but this is a really weird one. California double killer is free after 4 years in the same woke county psychotic stabber. After 4 years in same woke county, psychotic stabber got probation. Now, if these are psychotic stabbers, they shouldn't be out.
Yeah, really.
At all. They should have been killed before they even got to jail. That's my opinion, but I'm pretty adamant about not having psychotics running around. We've got enough psychotic people running around. Biden and Elmo have something in common. They're both
one thing
puppets.
in common. They're both puppets.
Yes, I believe that. Okay, so psychotic killer. I mean, why would we even consider letting someone out that's a psychotic killer when we know they're a psychotic killer?
Right.
They're not going to get better. Psychotic killers don't get better. They just kill more people. California judge sentenced a woman who stabbed her boyfriend 108 times in a marijuana-induced psychotic episode, just 2 years of probation and 100 years of community service. 108 times. Now, I'm sorry, but marijuana doesn't really induce that kind of psychotic behavior, I don't think.
Not that I know of.
Generally, it makes people mellow. I don't understand. The shocking verdict left the parents of the victim and people across the nation against the Ventura County Superior Court Judge David Worley.
So they can go and ruin more lives.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me. Why? This kind of thing does not. I mean, 108 times. I mean, that doesn't even make sense. Let's read this thing here. Okay, California accused of lenient sentences for murder. It says here, a double murderer served less than 4 years in prison in the same county where a woman got probation for killing her boyfriend in a pot-induced psychosis. Oh, so this is two different things here. California double murderer served less than 4 years in a prison in the same county where a woman got probation for killing her boyfriend in a pot-induced psychosis. See, pot generally mellows people out.
Yeah, really.
Actually puts me to sleep. Lawyers for both defendants asserted that they were incapable of intending to murder their victims due to intoxicated states. Apparently, none of these people have done any kind of pot.
Really?
This was not a pot problem. An argument that outraged the relatives of their victims. I would be outraged if I was... Okay, Sean Schrick, 29, was arrested in 2009 after stabbing Margaret Dahl, his father's girlfriend, and her mother, Phyllis Porter. That guy's got some more issues than pot.
Yeah, really.
See, that's the thing. They're trying to say this was pot's fault. This was not pot's fault. This was a psychotic problem that they can't. They're trying to point it at something, and they're trying to point it at something that it isn't.
Right.
That would be like saying this guy is normal if he didn't do any pot. That's not the issue. The issue is they're too... See, this is a problem with people that are too lenient on crime. On a crime like this, where you're killing somebody, stabbing 3 people in this case. Wait, Margaret Dahl is his father's girlfriend and her mother. So at least 2 people.
Right.
I don't know if it's 3 or 2. If Margaret Dahl was his father's girlfriend and her mother, Phyllis Porter. Okay, so if he killed 2 people, you don't blame that on pot. You blame that on an unstable person who should be killed because he's unstable. You know, people hate when I do that. They say, well, they're mentally ill. Yeah. Right. Yeah, they're right. That's right. They shouldn't be out running with the rest of us.
Exactly.
There should be... And you're not going to ever cure that person, because if they were cured, they would feel guilt about doing what they did.
Exactly.
And they don't. So that's why you should kill him. Okay, but a Ventura County jury declined to convict Schrick of murder, instead opting for the lesser charge of involuntary manslaughter, which resulted in 4 years behind bars. You know, there are people that get a whole lot more time than that for selling pot.
Seriously.
This kind of stuff irritates me. I've never been anti-pot. I've never really tried it until I needed sleep. And then I only take it right before bed. Gotta be careful though, I may become psychotic and stab people.
Totally.
A similar case played out in Ventura County in January when a judge declined to impose jail time on 33-year-old Bryn Spetcher. Oh man, I'm not going to like seeing this. This is 108 stab wounds, right? Oh yeah. For fatally stabbing her boyfriend Chad 108 times in his apartment after they smoked cannabis. Again, there was a lot more going on than the cannabis.
Right.
Jeez. Only if the pot was laced with something. Well, that's true. But still, if it was laced with something, they should be arrested for that. The jury convicted of her involuntary manslaughter, but she was sentenced to 2 years probation and ordered to perform 100 hours of community service. They'll probably just send her out in the streets to kill some homeless people. That'd be community service to them.
But there's a lot of drugs out there that will make... So like... was it Ann that said it?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of drugs out there that will make people...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, give them LSD. Give them LSD.
Not control their brain.
Give them heroin, you know.
And I mean, it's so easy. If somebody's not paying attention and they're drinking something, it's so easy to...
But you know what how you solve that stuff? You get your medical marijuana card and you visit the dispensaries, then you know what you're getting.
Right.
Don't buy it illegally on the streets.
Exactly.
Because there's no reason to do that anymore. You know, you can get, from what I understand, more powerful marijuana than you can buy, and you know it's good marijuana, and you know that it's not going to be laced with something.
Exactly.
And why drug dealers would lace things with something is beyond me. I mean, I would think that they would want it to be as pure as possible so that they're not killing off their clients.
Right.
I don't know. It's just ridiculous. And then they have some kind of Wait a minute. It says here with Amelia's father telling the host, if you stab someone 108 times, get probation, we're going to have nothing but anarchy. That's true, because they're just going to say, well, I have an excuse now for killing someone.
Yeah.
The whole point is that people are not being punished for their crimes. It's exactly. I agree with that. That's the problem. It's like, back in the day, you get put in jail for life for selling pot.
Right.
And today, if you stab somebody 108 times, you can get off just by stating, oh, I didn't know what I was doing because it was laced with something. Well, yeah, but if you were the dumb idiot that bought it, you're still liable for, if I got a car and I decide I'm going to run through and see where there's a bunch of people and run right through those people, I did that with my car.
Yeah.
I deserve to go to jail. These people. It's just nuts. I don't understand. I just don't. There's 2 cases of here that we, back to back, that we looked at, that those people should be in jail, not given probation. Responsibility to oneself. Yeah, that's exactly it. You shouldn't be doing the illegal drugs. That's it. That's the bottom line. If it's legal, you have no reason to buy it illegally.
Right.
You might save some money, but you don't know what you're getting. Or it might be the same price. I mean, Cirillo used to sell that pot. He'd buy it and sell it. So he was making money off of what he was buying because people were stupid enough to buy it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't get it. I would not want to be involved. I mean, the only reason I even do the medical marijuana is I can get it and know that it's what it says it is.
Right.
And I can go to sleep. And it puts me to sleep. I don't know. All right, this is a really strange one. A woman stole a memory card from a truck.
Okay.
The gruesome footage is now key to an Alaska murder trial. I don't even...
What?
The footage on this card, on this memory card, has is footage that they need to convict this person. So this woman bought, I don't know if I didn't read the whole article, so I don't know if she knew what she was stealing or didn't know. I would imagine she knew what she was stealing, because why else would you steal a memory card?
Right.
I mean, memory cards are so cheap nowadays. But if it is, I hope it's not anyway, it's not legal everywhere. Okay. All right, you got me there. I don't know if it was legal well, it's California, so it's legal there.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it's California.
I think so.
I think we said it was California. But still, comes back down to you still are responsible for what you buy. And if I have a gun and I shoot it and I kill somebody, I'm responsible.
Yeah.
If I steal somebody's gun, I'm still responsible. So, actually, one of the songs on that Deep Purple song is I'm Not Responsible. It's one of my favorite songs on there. Okay, Anchorage, Alaska. A woman with a lengthy criminal record, including theft, assault, and prostitution, got into a truck with a man who had picked her up for a date near downtown Anchorage. First off, there's the problem. You live in Alaska. You don't have a lot of choices on who you date. When he left her alone in the vehicle, she stole a digital memory card from the center console. Now, more than 4 years later, what she found on that card is key to a double murder trial set to begin this week. Gruesome photos and videos of a woman being beaten and strangled at a Marriott hotel, her attacker speaking in a strong accent as he urged her to die. Her blanket-covered body being snuck outside on a luggage cart. Why?
Yes, and the ladies nowhere to be found.
Well, I think that they did find, I think she knows, she found this and she sees this footage on this card. Now, first off, why, if you're going to kill somebody, would you video that?
Seriously.
Second, why would you leave that in your truck? Third, why would you videotape that? I mean, and then if I got that, if I stole that and I saw that on there, I would have, first thing I would have looked to see what songs they had on
Okay.
it.
So, okay, say somebody's in there, and now I wouldn't take anything.
Oh, no.
But say I'm the truck driver, and I know that.
What do you do for a living?
I work.
What kind of job do you have?
Fast food.
You said you were a truck driver. You lied to me.
I said,
Let me see what's on your phone. You probably have some illegal stuff.
I said, say I was a truck driver.
I did. I just did. You lied to me. You said you're not a truck driver. You should know better than to think I would answer something straight.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Should have just played along, and you would have been. You should have. What do you do for a living?
I'm a truck driver.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. Huh? What kind of truck do you drive? Oh, I'm starting to think you're lying to me because you don't even know the truck you drive.
I don't know about much. I'm still learning.
But anyway.
But like, if I knew something that important was in my truck,
But the date was a murder. Yes, she's lucky she didn't get killed too. She'll probably get killed if he ever catches her because she stole from him.
Right.
Jeez.
I wouldn't leave something that important in my truck. Is what I'm trying to.
I understand, and I totally get it. I wouldn't leave it anywhere where it could be found. I wouldn't have videoed it in the first place unless I needed proof that she was dead so that I could get paid whatever I was going to get paid.
If that was the guy that, but say it wasn't. Maybe he saw it happening and video recorded it. Off the stupid chance. But
I mean, it's possible.
But still, why would you? If you're going, you know you're picked up a stranger, and you know it's something important. Why leave it in your truck?
Right. Yeah. It doesn't make sense to me. That's like people that back when Facebook was relatively new, people would do things like steal something or beat up somebody, and they would videotape it, and then they'd post it on Facebook, and then they get caught and say, I don't know how I got caught because you're an idiot.
That's like me not knowing you picking up, oh, here, this is a videotape for a double murder. I gotta go somewhere and leave.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. People are stupid. There were all kinds of things. I remember in the early days of Facebook, there were all kinds of things that were posted on Facebook that of things that they did wrong, the places they broke into, things that they said, look what we did, we got away with it. No, you didn't, because the police caught you because you posted your video. People are idiots, I swear. Oh, man. Voyeurism, murder, but the date was a murderer, yes. After a week, she took the SD card. The woman turned it over to the police, who said they recognized the voice as that of Brian Stephen Smith, now 52, a South Africa native they knew from a prior investigation. Smith has pleaded guilty to 14 charges, including first and second degree murder, sexual assault, and tampering with evidence. She's lucky she wasn't one of those people. She got out of there, and when the getting out was good. In the deaths of Kathleen Henry, 30, Veronica Abuchik, who was 52, and her family reported her missing February 2019, 7 months after they last saw her. Henry and Abuchik were both Alaska Native women who had experienced homelessness. They were from small villages in western Alaska. Henry from Eek and Abuchik from Stebbins. Authorities say Henry was a victim whose death was recorded at... I don't understand the recording of the whole thing. What do you want to do? Prove it to your friends that you killed somebody? It's just insane, these people. I don't understand.
Yeah.
But that's something that's important, that people shouldn't put themselves in that situation where they can be alone with somebody they don't know. And even if they do know, you would need to know them a lot better.
That's also like me saying, oh, I'm going to go kill somebody here. Why don't you come with me and video record it? Like, really?
I don't get it. I don't get it because I don't unless he was a hired contractor and you have to video the proof that you did it to get paid. But this guy sounds like he's just a guy, just an idiot that likes to kill people. Because why would you kill 2 homeless women?
Right.
You know, just for fun? I mean, I don't know.
I guess.
Says the last images on the card were taken early September 6th and showed Henry's body in the back of a black pickup. According to charging documents, location data showed that at the time the photo was taken, Smith's phone was in the area of Rainbow Valley Road, along with Seward Highway south of Anchorage, the same area where Henry's body was found several weeks later. As detectives interrogated Smith about the Marriott case, authorities said he offered up some information to police who escorted him to the bathroom. He had killed another woman and went on to identify her, a boob check, from a photo and to provide location of her remains along the Old Glen Highway north of Anchorage. With no prompting, he tells troopers in the bathroom, "I'm going to make you famous." District Attorney Brittany Dunlop said that during a court hearing last week, he comes back and says, "You guys got some more time? You want to keep talking?" And then discloses another murder. So the guy just wanted it off his chest at that point because he knew he was going to jail, so what the heck, you might as well just come clean. Smith's attorney Timothy Iyer unsuccessfully sought to have the digital memory cards evidence or even mention of it excluded at the trial. See, that's the other thing. That's the other thing I hate. The fact that his attorney was trying to cover it up and he knew he was guilty. That's the problem with our system. So if he got that stuff excluded, and let's say the guy walked the streets, he would do it again.
Right.
He has nothing to lose. It says here, the woman who turned the card in initially claimed that she had simply found it on the street, and it wasn't until a second interview that she confessed that she had stolen the car from Smith's truck while he tried to get money from an ATM, and she had it for a week before giving it to the police. For that reason, he argued prosecutors would not be able to demonstrate the provenance of the 39 photos and 12 videos, establish whether they were originals or duplicates, or say whether or not they had been tampered with. The state cannot produce a witness to testify that the video fairly and accurately depicts any act that actually happened. However, a third judicial judge, Kevin Saxby, ruled late Friday that the woman can testify about her possession of the card until she handed it over to the police and the recordings can be properly authenticated. Henry's family has not spoken publicly about her death, and efforts to reach relatives have not been successful. Abuchek's family has not returned messages from the Associated Press, and these are 2 Alaska Native women. Dunlop, then the assistant district attorney, said in 2019, after Smith was charged, and I know that hits home in Alaska, we're cognizant of that. We treat them with dignity and respect. Authorities said Smith, who is in custody at the Anchorage Correctional Facility, came to Alaska in 2014 and became a naturalized U.S. citizen, of course, the same month that Henry was killed. In a 2019 letter to the AP, he declined to discuss the case, and he added that he was doing well. "I have lost weight, I have much less stress, and I am sober." Was that good? You killed people, now you lost? Is that a good way to lose weight? Kill people and get caught? His wife, Stephanie Bislin of Anchorage, and a sister acting as family spokesman in South Africa both declined comment until after the trial. The trial is expected to last 3 to 4 weeks. It was scheduled to begin Monday with jury selection. If they let this guy go on any reason whatsoever, someone needs to kill him.
Yeah.
Just because he's going to kill some more. There's no reason that this person should even be alive. I just don't even get it. Jeez. That's sick. news just gets weirder and weirder.
I agree.
This one here is the last one. Arrest made in a dramatic DTLA dog napping case. This is a weird situation, but I totally get it. So somebody was trying to dog nap the dog, and I couldn't see that happening with my dog because they'd have to have a crane. But she would probably follow them just because if they offered her treats. But you know, I don't know how loyal she is, but but this one's a really strange one because when I read this to you, you're gonna like, what? But this woman, see this woman on this car? She was trying to stop the dog napping. And that's not like a dog was sleeping, but like a dog was actually being stolen from them. Here's the case. Los Angeles, an arrest was made in the connection with the theft of a French bulldog who was stolen outside a downtown Los Angeles Whole Foods in January. The victim went viral attempting to stop the burglary by clinging to the hood of the suspect's car as they drove away. Sadie Slater of Los Angeles was arrested at 11:30 p.m. Friday in Inglewood. The 21-year-old woman was arrested for suspicion of robbery. Slater was released on bail Saturday night and is due back in court February 28th. Police didn't say whether the dog named Onyx was recovered. Onyx was stolen January 18th around 3:45 while the dog owners was eating on the patio. A female suspect picked up the victim's dog and fled. The victim chased after the suspect after she entered a white four-door sedan, which was driven by an additional suspect. The police said the second suspect was described as a man in his 20s, and the getaway vehicle was a four-door white Kia Forte. And that dog isn't even really that good looking, personally. I mean,
yeah.
I'm not a bulldog fan, though. The bystander filmed while the white Kia Forte carried the dog's owner, Ali Zacharias, on its hood down Grand Avenue. Zacharias said she suffered scrapes and cuts from the ordeal after the car swerved and she rolled off. It's hard to have them ripped away from you. I wasn't willing to just let him go. My last resort was to stand in front of the car and tell them not to go, and they drove right into me and it pushed me onto the hood. I wasn't going to leave the car at that point, and I held on and they took off. Zacharias said that there were 4 people in the car, 3 women and 1 man, all in their mid to late 20s, wearing t-shirts and sweats. Video from the scene shows the car had a whited out license plate with only the last number or so visible. Anyone with information and blah, blah, blah. But I mean, that would be a horrible thing to have someone steal your dog right in front of you. And I would probably jump on top of the car door too, or on top of the hood to try to get somebody to. In fact, I would not only do that, I would lay across the windshield so that they can't see out. But I don't know. It's easy to think it when you're not in that position.
Yeah, very true.
What a way to lose your dog. That's crazy. Why would somebody want to steal a dog so bad? There are so many dogs out there that need adopted. So, that's a shame. Anyway, I guess it's time to go.
I guess so.
Huh. Time flies when you're having fun.
Of course, doesn't it always?
All right. I guess it's time to go. It's time to say goodbye, goodbye, till our next show time. Why is it not having, I don't have the things where I can get, why is this not, I don't see all the things. There we go. There we go. Now we got it. Okay. That was weird. Didn't have any buttons to push. And you know, you got to push buttons. All right, we will talk to you guys next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. And I'll have some things to tell you about wrestling stuff that I'm meeting with the people on Sunday. So it will be fun. Anyway.
Do your homework.
Just all I got you to say is just get ready to grovel when you lose the Super Bowl.
But I'm telling you to do your homework. I'll give you another week.
What was the homework again?
25 worst drivers by state.
Well, I don't want to do that because then I'll cheat. I'll find it all, and then it's better if I guess.
True.
Because 25 is half the states of the United States, so I have a 50-50 chance of,
You're right.
of getting them. So that'll be interesting. You don't want me to really do that, do you? Do you want me to research it?
You don't have to if you don't want to.
I mean, I think it would be more interesting if I could even guess them.
Okay.
Because, you can say yes or no, and you know what they are.
Yeah, I do. I have it right here.
We could do it now, but it's going to take, I would think that's going to take some time.
Yeah.
So
That's
we'll do
why
it next time.
I figured
We'll pen that in.
Okay.
So, yeah, because, heck, we could have done that tonight if I had, well, we did actually have enough stuff, but I mean, this was actually the last article that I posted to do, and I had stuff on backup in case we needed it, but we didn't need it.
Right.
And I was afraid we were going to need it because I thought I was going to be short on stuff because I spent so much time making those videos. Anyway, all right. I will, next week we're going to talk about the top, or the 25 worst states. Worst states? Drivers by state, yeah. Driver by state.
So which states have the worst drivers in them?
Of the 50, which 25?
Yes.
So I have a 50-50 chance.
Yes.
All right. I'll probably get, I'm going to predict, I'm going to get 15 of the 25.
Okay.
We'll probably forget by next week that I said that, but that's what I'm saying. Oh, you're going to write it down.
Yep.
Okay. 15 out of it. Yeah, I think I'll get them. I think I'll compile my list before then, but I will not research it.
Okay.
Because that would take all the fun out of the game. So, but that's okay, because next week you'll be groveling because you lost so bad. I have absolutely no idea what's going to happen because I haven't watched a single football game this year.
I hope.
All right. Time to go. I will talk to you guys next week. Thank you for tuning in. And